From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Alessia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Ready to go.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Raptors tweeted out a video yesterday featuring Fred VanVleet and some of the new members of the team.
Okay.
And in an effort to welcome the new guys to the team and to the city and the fans who are very vocal and opinionated on all things Raptors, they were quizzed on their Toronto man's slang.
Okay.
Because done know, if you're in Toronto, bare people's got to understand what we're saying.
Right.
So, in front of you, you have a piece of paper and a pen.
I do.
I'm going to go through these questions. I'm going to ask you what the word is, and then you have multiple choice. You can tell me what the answers are based on what I'm telling you. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
So, your first word, Ross.
Yeah.
Y-U-T-E.
Y-U-T-E.
The word is?
Ute.
Is that A, a young individual, B, a whistle, or C, a Toronto neighborhood?
I'm going to say that is a young individual because that to me is not Toronto man slang. That is my cousin Vinny slang.
Two Utes.
Two Utes.
You are correct, sir.
All right.
Second word is A-H-L-I-E.
A-H-L-I-E. Ali?
Is that a subway station? B, am I lying? Or C, a Tim Hortons Timbit? When you go to the drive-thru, are you ordering that?
How do you say it?
How do you think it's said?
Well, to me it says Ali, but it could be Ali. Ali.
If it's a lie, then it's...
Then what was the lie one on there?
Am I lying?
Am I lying?
Yeah.
A lie?
Yeah.
Am I lying?
A lie?
A lie? Is that
Yeah.
B?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going with B.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Third question. It's two
Jeez.
words. First
Two
word.
words.
Yeah, first word.
First word, yes. Sounds like
N-I-Z-E.
N-I-Z-E. Nice.
And then the second word is I-T.
I-T. Nice it. Nice eat. Nice eat.
Is that A,
Yeah.
tying your shoe, B, a brand of nasal spray,
Tying
or
your shoe?
C, shut up?
Nice it. Well, I've never heard it as a shoe. I wouldn't know from nasal sprays. Those don't interest me.
So what are you saying?
Well, nice it. I can't see that there's slang for nasal spray happening on the streets.
How long you been in the streets for,
Right,
though?
I've been in the streets a long time.
Not now, though.
I've been in the streets longer than they'd be saying Ali B or whatever it was, or Ali. Sorry, I had the B on there because that was my answer. I'd like to strike that from the record. There was no B on it when you told me. Okay?
Ali B.
Ali B.
I think I went to high school with him.
Listen, man, I put B because that was the answer. Okay? I've been on the streets long enough to know that Utes aren't rhyming nasal sprays. So I'm going to say it was what was the second one?
Second one is nasal spray.
Yeah. What was the
Third
first one?
First one is tying your shoe.
No, not that one.
Or the third one is shut up.
They're not making tying your shoes cool, okay? So I'm going to say shut up, but I need you to really explain it to me, where that comes from.
Nice it.
What does that mean? What does nice it mean?
Shut up.
No, but what
Like,
does
be
it
quiet.
mean? But
Yeah.
what does it mean?
Like, just chill. Like, nice it.
No, but what does nice it mean? You're not understanding me right now.
No, you're not understanding me.
No. Where does it originate from? Like, what is
You're in the streets. You should know.
No. Listen to me, okay, for a second here, for one
Yeah.
hot minute.
It just came around, man.
No, but what? Okay.
Just like every slang. Like, you hear it, somebody says it, and then everyone else starts saying it.
Okay.
Next word. Two words.
Okay. Oh, 2 words again, man?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
First word is D-U-N.
B-U-N?
D.
D-U-N. Done.
And then second word is K-N-O-W.
Oh, I know this one.
Is it A, a dim sum restaurant?
No.
Is it B, of course, or C, Canadian alcohol?
No, it's of course. We say that all the time.
Done no. This one's going to be easy for you. I know you know this one, okay? Another one, 2 words.
Yes.
First word, M-A-N.
M-A-N.
Second word, D-E-M.
Mandam. Mandam.
Is that a member of the Democratic Party?
No.
Toronto football team?
No.
Or a group of males?
You know me. Given any opportunity, my answer will always be a group of males.
And this is Toronto Raptors tweeted out a video of Fred VanVleet and a bunch of the other newer members of the Raptors getting them caught up on Toronto slang. I got 2 more for you real quick.
Oh, my God. Okay.
The first one is L-L-O-W.
Lloyd? No, L-L-O-W.
Second word is I-T.
Lowit.
Okay. Is that A, a term for allow it, B, Kyle Lowry's nickname, or C, a snowblower?
Okay, say it to me, though. How do you say this word?
How do you think it's said?
Lowit.
So what do you think it is?
Lowit. Is it like Lloyd, where you're like, you don't say one of the L's? Is that the deal here? Help me out, man.
What do you
Why
think?
are you laughing at me? Lowit. So say what are my options again?
A term for allow it?
Allow it.
Is it Kyle Lowry's nickname or is it a snowblower?
No, I'm going to say allow it, but I need to know like how that allow it became.
Just nice it for a minute.
Okay, yeah.
Just allow it.
Okay.
Okay, last one.
First of all, I need to speak with the person who came up with the spelling for this because that is not how you should spell that slang.
Okay. Last one.
Okay.
2 words again.
Okay.
N-Y-E.
N-Y-E.
A-A-A-H.
Excuse me.
Is your first word.
A-A-A. 3 A's?
Yep.
H?
Yep. Second word.
Yeah.
E.
E.
H-H-H-H.
Okay, that's not words right there. Okay, Nye, right?
Is that A, a Canadian TV show, B, a term for oh really, or C, a section of the Canadian national anthem?
No, that is definitely not that one. Can you say it to me, please? Use it in a sentence.
Sure.
Okay.
Asked me if I watched the Raptors play last night.
Okay, did you watch the Raptors?
Yeah,
Okay. With your Utes and Mandam. Okay. So it's what were my options again?
A Canadian TV show, a term for oh really, or a section of the Canadian national anthem?
Okay, I'm going to say it's a term for oh really, but I need you to explain that one to me too.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Today is International Sweatpants Day.
What does that mean?
Rock your sweatpants, but people have been doing that since March. It's also Banana Bread Day. So get you some banana bread. Make you some banana bread.
I don't like it.
No?
No.
I love banana bread so much.
Don't like it.
With chocolate chips?
Not for me.
Oh, it's so good.
Not for me. Too much banana.
No. And then also, here's what you do. Pro tip.
Okay.
Slice of banana bread. It's got to have chocolate chips in it.
Okay.
And you take a little bit of peanut butter, spread it on.
Yeah.
Ooh! You are living life.
That to me sounds...
Oh, so good.
That sounds like something that you guys would concoct, you and Maury, in here, that somebody would have said, hey, I used to eat this real gross thing when I was a kid.
No. It is delicious.
Really? What is it? Banana bread with
chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips.
And then you take a little bit of peanut butter
mustard.
and you spread it on top.
Peanut
No
butter.
mustard.
Sorry.
No.
Okay.
It is also National Hugging Day.
Okay. We're not allowed to celebrate that, though, right?
We can only hug people in our houses that we live with.
Right,
And
right.
I got to tell you, I miss hugging so much.
Yeah. You miss hugging who? Strange? Like other people?
Just hugging in general. Like I hug my family, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not going to lie. Like I miss hugging like my friends and stuff.
You do, huh?
I really do.
Wow.
So to celebrate National Hugging Day, David Morey made some cold calls across the country to try to brighten the mood of the people he's talking to by giving them over-the-phone virtual hugs and to see if they'd be into it.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
It's National Hug Day. Let's hug through the phone. Hug me now.
No, thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, it's a big ask.
Hello.
Hey, how are you today, buddy?
Yeah, what do you want?
Today is National... Huh? Okay, so today is National Hug Day. I thought that you and I could hug over the phone.
No, I don't like nothing for you. I don't call you, you don't call me.
It is National Hugging Day. Happy National Hugging Day to you.
Well, thank you, and same to you.
Okay, what kind of a hugger are you? Are you a tight hugger? Are you a loosey-goosey hugger? What kind of hugger are you?
I don't really want to talk about that.
Is that a private thing? Is hugging private to you?
I am sitting here all by myself, and there's nobody to hug.
No, I'm right here over the phone. You and I are going to hug over the phone. If you and I were to hug right now, what kind of hug would I get from you?
I don't even know, because I don't even know when last someone hugged me.
Well, okay, so that saddens me. I'm going to hug you right now over the phone.
Sure.
Okay. Was that a good hug for you?
Yes.
Am I the best hugger?
Yeah.
My name is Garfield.
Garfield, happy National Hugging Day.
Hugging Day?
Yes, today is National Hugging Day.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And how much do you need a hug right now?
Well, I don't know, man.
You and I are going to hug over the phone to celebrate National Hugging Day, okay?
It's kind of a bad time, my friend. I'm right in the middle of some work, man.
Yeah,
Is it me? Is it me? You don't want to hug me?
No.
I'm taking this part. You don't want to hug me?
Man, I'm at work, bro. I'm at work and I have one of my staff.
I know, but no,
it's a bad time.
Garfield, no one will see us. It's a phone hug.
Yeah, I have my guy standing right in front of me, man. It's a bad time.
Oh, my God.
I'm in a meeting, really.
Do you want me to I can one-way hug you. I'll just hug you, and you don't have to hug back. One-way phone hug.
Okay, no worries, man. It goes both ways. It's a busy time for me.
Okay. Happy National Hugging Day.
Happy National Hugging Day, then.
What kind of a hugger are you? A tight hugger? A loose hugger? What kind of hugger are you?
Pretty tight.
Oh, my God. Can we hug, socially distanced, hug over the phone? How about that?
Absolutely. I'm hugging you.
Oh, yeah. Virtual hug. Happy Hugging Day.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, you see people goofing on Kylie Jenner over the weekend?
No, for what?
So she took a picture of her bathroom.
Yeah.
And
where is this, on IG?
Yeah, everywhere. Okay. She took a picture of her bathroom and she has this like marble walk-in shower and everything else. But she has a $35 million house, and the water pressure that's coming out of the shower head is the most pathetic stream you'll ever see.
Girl.
And also, I guess people were rather underwhelmed by the size of her shower head. I guess people think that rich people have big, giant shower heads. I don't know. But her stream, it's a very weak stream. A very, very weak stream.
Get a plumber in there. Maybe there's some blockage happening.
I know, but people are like, this is a terrible flex. Like, nobody with a stream like that posts about it.
So everything about her life, the extravagant life, the millions and millions of dollars she makes on Kylie Cosmetics.
Yes.
All of that. The cars she has, everything that she owns.
All of it.
People are like, yeah, but you got weak water pressure.
Yes. Yes. So for one brief moment, everybody felt that they had something over Kylie Jenner, right? Yeah. Because when you look at the picture, it is really like, because at first I saw the headline before I saw the picture, and then I was like, oh man, that girl's got problems. That girl's got real problems. It's a very weak stream. And we all know, when you see that picture, we all know what a shower like that feels like. You really do.
You can't get your skin wet enough.
No,
when you put soap or shampoo, it takes forever. Especially shampoo in your hair. Oh
no, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Oh yeah, look at that weak ass shower head. Girl, you need a plumber. Yeah,
right? And also,
that's bad. Come on now.
Yeah, and I have that same shower head.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
and
I have the same shower head. I have great water pressure, so it's like bullets coming at me, right? But I will say this: the one thing that people associated with, and it really started for me. I think it really started is with the popularity of home makeover shows like HGTV and everything else.
Yeah,
where at some point, the rain shower heads became very popular and associated with like opulence. Like if you had a rain shower head, you were like a big deal. And then hotels that I would go to started converting all of their regular shower heads to rain shower heads. Let me tell you something. Okay? There's nothing worse in this world than trying to get clean under a rain shower head.
Yeah.
You have no angles.
Yeah,
you have no angles.
No, it's just water straight down.
Yes, you need the angle.
And also,
it's weak.
You don't get the same pressure.
No,
at all.
No, like I like it pounding, but when you have like one of those giant rain shower heads with like 250 different tiny little spouts coming out of it, right? It's not efficient. It might be enjoyable to sit and relax, but who wants that?
For like a second, yeah.
For a second, but it's not. You need the angle because otherwise you got to you're bending over in ways that you've never bent over in the shower before. If you have a rain shower head, and everybody knows that that's true because there's just some places you can't get without the angle of a conventional shower head.
Mm-hmm.
That's fact.
Right.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. It's just so many things you said in that conversation. So many.
But was I wrong?
No, you ain't wrong.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We're going to talk to a guy named Brennan, and in my opinion, Brennan is mad disrespectful to pizza.
Yeah, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, huh? He's Brennan is the guy in the viral video where he had a piece of pizza that was too hot. And so he ran the piece of pizza under cold water in the tap in the kitchen and then took a bite. Like he cooled it down under the faucet.
Brennan, it's Roz Mocha. Welcome to it. How you doing, man?
Oh, it's going well. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Why do you hate pizza so much?
Oh, I love pizza. I love it so much, I have to eat it right away.
Okay, so is this actually something you do, or is this, because it's so hard to tell these days when we're being trolled, where something is specifically designed to just go viral?
It was something I did a few times in college after 2 or 1 o'clock in the morning after we're on a weekend that me and my wife came back to the dorms and made ourselves a treat, and I didn't feel like having it cool down, so I went to the water fountain and cooled it down for myself. So the video that went viral was really, I think it was more of a proof of concept.
A proof of concept!
So when you get a piping hot slice, are you then away from your family? You're constantly standing at the sink with the tap running, just rinsing?
He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it at all. This is not something you do. This is something you did maybe one time drunk in college, and you guys decided to sort of pay homage to your stupidity drunkenness in a video that was designed to go viral.
I mean, we didn't design it to go viral necessarily, but...
Oh, so this isn't something that you do every single time you have pizza?
Yeah, for my sake, I'm not a insane person.
Okay. Like you have patience to let the pizza cool before eating it, right?
I mean, yeah, sometimes, but I guess not in those late nights.
Okay, so what was the conversation before you did this video? Because obviously you guys have been talking about something, like talking about the good old days or talking about whatever it was. What was the conversation before you took a slice of pizza and went over to the sink?
Well, I suppose, my wife, Sun-Hyung would have been, she's thinking about the post. She's like, oh, I'm going to post that. That sounds pretty fun. I'm like, I guess that I should try that again. And is it really that bad? I couldn't really remember. I was like, I remember it not being bad at all.
Had you ever done that sober before?
That was the first time.
Okay, yes.
And results are?
I think it doesn't, you got to remember this. It's just an oven-baked Jack's pizza. It's $3 from the store.
Yeah.
It's not like I, ordered something from carryout and ran that underwater. It's a nice, cheap pizza and it's hard crust, so it doesn't get soggy or anything. The only thing is they got to do it quick, otherwise you're going to wash off the sauce.
Right, of course, and nobody wants to do that.
So watered down cheap ass pizza.
Yeah, watered down cheap ass pizza.
So when you took that bite, did all those memories come back of all the times that you actually did that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, and what is it? What did it taste like? Did you finish that piece?
Yeah, definitely.
You did.
I did a few more times. I was kind of I think I ate that whole pizza like that.
No, you didn't.
Now that this is your thing, do you have anything else that you want to run underwater because it's too hot?
I think pizza is really the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, so in my head, I was thinking, what else do you eat that's very hot? And you go, oof! And then the first thing I thought of was soup. But how do you do that?
Yeah, that pretty much dilute it. Maybe put milk in there, but
All right, Brennan. Thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha show. You went viral last week after your wife posted a video of you running your hot pizza under a tap, running water, and then taking a bite.
yeah, that's pretty simple, but exactly right. Well, thanks so much for having us on.
No problem. But I will say this. I think that a lot of people are probably feeling a little bit better about watching that video, knowing that it wasn't a pizza that you ordered. Because I think that was the problem that a lot of people had, which was just leave it in the box for 5 minutes, man.
Yeah. No, I'm not the most impatient person in the world, but I certainly can be a little impatient sometimes. But
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brennan. Have a great day, man.
All right, appreciate you guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What's up, bud?
Not much, man.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had pizza too late last night, though.
Oh, don't tell me what time. Let me guess. You had pizza because you typically, let me work backwards here. You typically go to bed between 11 and 11:30. So Bachelor was on as well. You probably ate a little bit before Bachelor and got hungry during the Bachelor and ate pizza at 9:30.
I ate pizza at 9, but the problem is this, right? So normally I'm in charge. I cook 99.9% of the food that humans consume in my household, right? I'm in charge. I'm in charge of the food, right?
If it ain't 100%, it's nothing.
Thank you. I'm in charge of all the food, and it doesn't bother me at all. I've never complained about it. It doesn't bother me. I will make 3 different meals if each of us wants something different for dinner.
Yeah.
I'll be in the kitchen for hours, and it doesn't bother me. I'll have one thing. Rox will have another thing. Catherine will have another thing. It's all good. But Catherine has really been she's been ordering food from like one of the delivery services where they send you the food and then you cook it up yourself, right?
Those are great, yeah.
And so she decided to cook dinner last night. But because I've chose to spend my life with a woman who her entire life has treated dinner the same way nanas do, Catherine likes to eat at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'm just finishing work yesterday, and it's like 4:45, and Catherine's like, dinner's done. Right? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, dinner's done.
Yeah.
So I sit down to eat dinner. Normally, I eat dinner at 8 o'clock, 8:30, right? Mm-hmm. Catherine likes to eat at 4:45. So I eat at 4:45. So by 8 o'clock, I am starving.
Yeah.
And I go rooting around the house for food. And the only thing that's left is 3 pieces of pizza that Roxy had on the weekend. And then so I just fire those in the toaster oven. And then, of course, I have to have chips and salsa with it.
Oh
so
my God,
I know, dude, I'm telling you right now, it's too late.
It's way too late.
It's way too late. And then
apple and peanut butter. That's your snack right there.
apple and peanut butter.
Yeah, that's a great snack. Glass of water?
No.
Celery and
perfect.
mayonnaise.
That's gross.
Celery and
No, thanks.
mayonnaise.
You put the mayonnaise down the slit.
Oh, first of all, celery is repulsive.
Yeah, I do not like celery.
Celery.
At all.
Well, celery is one of those things I don't understand.
No,
Like
it doesn't have a taste.
No, it
just tastes like water.
Thank you.
Really.
It's like years ago when my grandmother used to go out in the garden and pull rhubarb, and then make me like try rhubarb.
Yeah,
you ever
Apparently
just
rhubarb
nasty?
is deadly.
What's that?
Apparently rhubarb can kill you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what my grandfather used to. That's why he said that we had belly buttons, and I believed it my whole life.
Because you ate rhubarb?
No, because he would always say, why do we have belly buttons? And I was like, why? And he's like, so you have a place to put the salt when you're lying in bed eating rhubarb.
Oh. Thanks, Gramps.
And he would dip the rhubarb in his belly button. I thought my whole life he did that, right? So anyway,
knowledge is power.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Danny. What's up? It's Roz and Mocha.
hi, how are you?
Doing good. How are you today?
Good.
So, what's up?
How do I become more motivated?
Oh, that's a tough question. You wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I've been feeling very unmotivated the last couple of years of my life and haven't been in the right headspace. I've studied 2 different programs, have gotten my diplomas. I have a good paying job, but I still don't feel like I'm in the right place. I feel as though I don't know how to do anything other than go to school. I'm 22 years old and I know I got a long life ahead of me, but do you have any advice on how I can get motivated?
Damn.
So when you say unmotivated, like, you're unmotivated to do what? Like you still go to work every day. You're still dependable. You're still all that stuff, right? So where does the unmotivation come into things? What are you unmotivated about?
Yeah, so it's like I'll start tasks and like I'll do them, but then I'm like, well, is this really what I want to do? And I get motivated to not finish them. Even with school, it was like I love what I do, but just in the middle of like a semester, I lose all motivation to continue on. But I fight through it.
Okay, so everything you're talking about motivation has to do with either school or work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what about the stuff in your life?
Yeah, certain basic tasks I get unmotivated with, like I guess cleaning the house, but that's.
But what do you have in your life that is designed to motivate you?
My friends right now, my boyfriend, those are the only things that motivate me.
No. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question right now, okay? And there's some parameters here, okay? You're not allowed to say your job. You're not allowed to say going to the gym. You're not allowed to say being a friend. You're not allowed to say being a parent. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you this question. Danny, what are you good at?
I'm good at being me.
Nope.
Drawing.
No.
Oh, really?
No. What are you good at?
Huh. I got to think about that one.
You got to do something every single day that you're good at. And it cannot be going to the gym, going to your job, being a friend, being a parent, or being a wife, or being a husband, or whatever it is. You got to have something in your life every single day that you're good at.
You have any skills?
Yeah, I can draw. I like to build things.
You just don't have it sounds like you have nothing. You don't have a lot to look forward to. Like you don't have anything that you don't have anything that motivates you. It's not that you're not motivated. You've built a life where you just do things, right?
It sounds like you go through the same motions every single day, no matter what job you have or no matter what you're going to school for. It's like the routine is exactly the same, and you're just trying to get through that day to make it to the next day.
I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, you got to cut it up. You got to start inserting things into your life that give you joy.
Like what makes you happy?
Oh, so many things, but it's just hard to pinpoint the most specific ones.
Like past couple of days, what's made you happy?
Probably being on my phone on TikTok. That's the only thing that's made me happy.
Okay.
Oh my God, Danny.
Yeah, Danny, you need to start putting things in your life, okay, that bring you joy and that you're good at. And you need to start learning things that have nothing to do with what you do for a living.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not necessarily saying like find a hobby and all that stuff. Although all that stuff is great, but your every sort of ounce of effort that you put forth is for doing things for other people, right? You have to start getting creative, and you have to start using your energy and your brain and your knowledge and your time to do stuff that brings you joy. And then that's where the motivation will come from. Like going to work every day won't seem like a slog because it won't seem like it's the only thing you have to do. That's the problem. When you get up and you go to work every day and then you go home and you have nothing else to do except for TikTok and Netflix, like you're not really doing anything.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Mocha and I talk to people about this all the time, which is just, the easiest way, the best way to get motivated is to just start crushing things on a list.
So plan things out, plan my day out.
Yeah, just even if it's daily, like you don't have to plan for weeks ahead in the future and all this stuff. You can live with sort of daily goals, daily indulgence, all that stuff. Just, one thing that you just want to accomplish in that day. And once you do it and you crush it, you're going to be motivated to do something else, and you're going to be motivated to do more.
Got it.
Like when you get off the phone with us, just create a list of everything you want to do today. And then just start, as Roz said, checking off those things. Even if it's something that you've always thought of, I'm going to get to that one day. Write that thing down today and get to it.
Okay. Yeah, that seems good.
There was a reason at the beginning of COVID that, you couldn't buy yeast anywhere because everybody realized that they had nothing to do, and also they couldn't do anything. Right? So everybody was like, well, I don't know how to do anything. I'm not really good at anything other than what I do for a living. And that's why everybody just went online and they were like, how do you make a sourdough? And boom, all of a sudden, there's no yeast available globally. Right?
Yeah.
Because people realized that they had to get good at something other than just what they do for a living or going to the gym. Because as soon as you take those two options away from people, you don't have a whole lot left. And so you had to figure out what you were going to do, how you were going to learn to do something new. Learning to do something new is like critical to development, even at 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does that help at all, Danny?
Helps a lot, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, get those goals, start killing them.
Thank you.
All right, girl, you have a good day.
You too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
There's a guy in Japan making money off of an idea that I'm pretty sure Dammit Maury had mentioned not that long ago and just didn't implement in his life whatsoever.
It's always the next step that's the hardest. The idea is one thing, but the follow-through is tough. What's the idea? I need to know.
This guy
Please don't tell me it's the belt with pockets on it.
No.
No?
Not yet.
So when you're nude, you still have a place to put things. Remember that one? What was his other idea? Oh, when he started calling car companies because he invented a hook that would stick to your dashboard that your keys would hook to while they were in the ignition so they wouldn't jingle. That was another great one.
Yeah. Car companies never took to it.
No.
There's this 37-year-old in Japan who rents himself out to, quote, do nothing.
Excuse me?
For example, he'll get hired to show up at someone's going away party to make the numbers better. Or he'll just walk in silence with someone who doesn't want to be alone.
Oh.
One woman said that she hired him when she was meeting a guy for the first time. When she just needed someone to listen to her views on love and not respond, and when she wanted to apply at a job at a strip club and needed support.
Whoa.
This guy said, he will eat and drink, give simple feedback, but do nothing more. And since he started this job, his job of just doing nothing for people in 2018, this is an idea he had in 2018, he's had more than 3,000 people hire him, and he charges $100 per job.
Interesting. I think that may have something to do with the Japanese culture as well, though. I don't know if you could do that here.
Just hire someone to hang out with or do stuff for you?
People abuse that sort of like, nobody would do that.
No, you would need
here.
somebody here in case you're one person and you need to go in that lane on the highway where it's two or more.
Yeah, but then how are you getting home?
Oh, then you wait, and I guess they bring you back?
But he doesn't do that. He'll go and walk with somebody and just say nothing. Or if somebody has a bad day, like he'll just come into your house and you get to vent to him.
And
right? And he offers very little feedback. He's just a sounding board.
Or if you need someone to push your shopping cart around while you put stuff in it.
Yeah, but then you're paying him $100 for that.
Yeah, then you're paying the guy $100 to just push your shop. How can you not push your own shopping cart around?
Hey, I'm just throwing out ideas here.
No, but like think of an instance where you would need it. Like let's say you aren't going to you're not about therapy and you don't have a lot of family around and you got a lot going on and you just need sort of somebody to talk to, or you want to go for a walk one day, but you prefer to walk with somebody.
How this woman hired him.
Right.
Or if you're traveling
That's an
and
expensive
you
walk.
need somebody next to you so that you can fall asleep because you can't fall asleep unless there's somebody next to you.
Okay. Yeah, but then you're
and then they just leave.
Okay, so then what? You're paying him $100 and a plane ticket?
No. Like if you live in his neck of the woods. Like I'm saying if you're here.
Right. Yeah.
And you need someone to lie next to you while you fall asleep.
Lie next to you.
Yeah.
No, there's other services for that. He specifically says
touchy, just lie next to you.
No, that's something. He specifically said he does nothing.
Yeah.
That is something. Your bed is something. I know it may not look like it, Maury. Okay? Okay? I know it's hard for you to understand. Okay, but when you say to somebody, hey, do you want to come over and lie in my bed? The expectations may be something other than what naturally goes on in the condo.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Kim's Convenience is back with the season 5 premiere tonight at 8 on CBC, and the whole gang is back. Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
Good. Man. How excited are you for season 5 to premiere tonight, man?
Oh, man, it has been such a long time coming. You know, for the longest time, we didn't know if we were going to be able to shoot a season 5 just because of COVID. But, season 5 really is a miracle to get it shot under these conditions and to have it air pretty close to the original air date. we're over the moon.
Everything was hell when everybody had to start shooting stuff and just rejigging everything that they had to do to put a show together. But do you still have all those memories of how difficult things were now, or is it like the trauma, you're over everything? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, COVID fatigue is real. And it's one of those things that, I will remember this experience for the rest of my days, but we got through it. That was a cool thing. And the producers, they deserve all the kudos for putting together a plan and protocols to keep us all safe and healthy. Mm-hmm. We didn't lose a single day, but the biggest takeaway is everybody, cast, crew, we pulled together and we did it for each other. We followed the rules. We went through that horrible, uncomfortable period. We all did that extra bit, but we did it for each other so that we could be safe and work. And that's a tremendous example. I wish everybody could follow.
Here's the thing, though. When you guys were filming season 5 of Kim's Convenience, how much of the conversation when you weren't filming was about you being in 2 episodes of The Mandalorian?
That was a hard one to keep a hold of, and it actually premiered about halfway through shooting. And so when I came into work the next day after the episode had dropped, my room was decorated with all these Mandalorian posters. It was tremendous, and everybody was just over the moon and really, really happy for me to be on it. And they were all like really sort of like, why didn't you tell us? Which was great. It was a nice surprise for everybody.
I'm wondering what the conversations between you and Simu are like, because you guys are so close, and obviously even in character and as in just people. But you're both sort of experiencing what it's like to revolve in other galaxies, meaning the fandom that comes with Star Wars, the fandom that comes with the MCU. What are the stories you guys are talking about, your experiences? Because you did this show together, and you know you're so close, but yet he's off in this world and you're off in that world. Like, I'm watching you on all the nerd podcasts now, and they're making action figures about you. What's it like to get to do this, but get to do it in a sort of in a certain way along with Simu?
Yeah, you know, it's from humble beginnings, right? Like this little show and the two of us plugging away on it and doing our best work, and then all of a sudden having the opportunity to step in and have those dreams come true and to live those dreams. It was tremendous. And the conversations, mutual admiration always, and a giddiness that we both like, can you believe it? We both got to do what we've always dreamed of doing. We geeked out. And of course, you know, Simu, it's a tip of the iceberg for him because his movie is yet to premiere.
Yeah.
He's going to get what I got, but like 1,000,000 times more. I'm really looking forward to seeing the response that people have to his amazing work, because the guy works so hard. He's such a professional, and we're all just rooting for him. And I can't personally wait to see it so I can get a Shang-Chi action figure and get him to sign it too.
Oh, sick. Now, with Kim's Convenience, again, season 5 premiere is tonight at 8 on CBC. When it debuted or when it was released on Netflix, you have this now new crop of fans from all over the world who are discovering the show. Have you been hearing from all these new fans of this show that you've been a part of now for 5 seasons who are just discovering it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been, there's a phrase, banana pants, right?
Yeah.
It's just been wonderful because of COVID, too. What's happened is a lot of people staying at home, they need an escape. They need something, and word of mouth, grassroots word of mouth about the show being this really great comedy that just sort of takes everybody away from the grim realities of day-to-day life. And they've discovered that. And we've been getting messages from all over the world, like you said, on all our socials saying that Kim's was a perfect sort of medicine to how they were feeling. And, you know, not only that, it's just like the fact that people who watch The Mandalorian who didn't know that I was on Kim's have started watching Kim's Convenience because they were intrigued with my backstory. And they've discovered Kim's Convenience through The Mandalorian. So that's been really, really cool. And vice versa, too. People have been watching Mando because I'm on it.
And you saw what Netflix did to Schitt's Creek, which was like it exploded it globally. Now, you've been the guest star now on Mandalorian, but because of the popularity and Netflix and everything else with Schitt's Creek, if you could have some star that up until before this year, you guys would never have been able to even approach to be a guest star on Kim's Convenience, who would that be?
Oh, my gosh. Well, you got to start from the top, and it's got to be Sandra Oh. Got to get her down there and get some homegrown, you know.
How has Sandra not done the show yet?
You know what? She's busy doing her own series out in England. I think Killing Eve is her big one there, and that keeps her busy. And, you know, it's one of these things where we are a Canadian show, and, you know, you reach out, but we want to make sure that if we're going to have somebody of her stature, like a huge guest star, that it's not just a quick sort of cameo appearance. We want to build a great story around them.
I actually know of two people whose schedules are completely free that you could approach, and they would absolutely say yes when you guys are ready to film season 6. And that would be...
We'd love to have you guys on there.
Oh,
Roz
here we
and
go.
Mocha.
We'd have to give you guys a cold open, like a nice, like the beginning of the show. You get the cold open.
I would be like your new vendor who just like unloads the boxes of chips in the back.
And I could be...
I'll take anything.
That cool, young millennial that I walk into the store and like Appa just spits knowledge every single day.
You
right?
you coming in as the young millennial, you would be looked at as a shoplifter immediately.
Shut up, man. Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, thank you so much. Always a pleasure having you join us on the Roz and Mocha Show. Season 5 of Kim's Convenience on CBC and CBC Gem tonight at 8 o'clock. Much love to you, bro. Oh, real quick, how many episodes of Mandalorian are you going to be in for season 3?
I cannot say anything.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you just confirmed this is season 3.
Yeah, yeah, it's happening. You're the best, man. It's been a real pleasure watching you go through all of this year. It really has. Your excitement towards everything that you've got to live is just, it's a dream come true for everybody else, man. Honestly.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
I love you guys so much.
Yeah.
We love you right back,
the
man.
best.
We'll chat soon.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Chris, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Good. I hadn't called you guys in a little bit, so I figured I'd call back, see how everything's going.
Oh, we're good. How are you?
man.
I'm good. I was calling actually because I need a little bit of help from Roz. Roz is like my Gordon Ramsay. I listen to all the podcasts. I listen to him describe the recipes with
Who's Gordon Ramsay? Oh, the chef. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I thought you said his golden ram.
Yeah, I'm your golden ram. Let's go back to that. Yeah.
All right, Chris, what is your question for your golden ram?
Okay, so Roz and I actually have the same sous vide machine. I use the Innova 2, which, by the way, is a life changer. By the way, did you hear they have an Innova Precision oven coming out? I want that for next Christmas.
Yeah, but I'm not going to buy first gen, though. I'm going to wait.
Oh, no?
No, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
wait.
a rookie mistake. I've made that mistake many, many times.
Yeah, I'm going to wait.
Okay, well, I'm glad I asked then.
Chris is like, I already sold my down payment on
That's
it.
That's why you call, man. That's why you call. No, the precision of it is great. It's just a little bit too big for where I need to put it. Because
actually, no, she never did. Apparently,
because where you have to be able to access the thing that holds the water.
Uh-huh.
And if I put it in the hole that I have for it, I won't be able to reach in and pull that part out. So I'm going to wait to see if there's a redesign. Anyway,
Okay.
what's your question?
Mocha, how many times did you want to say that's what
Shut
she said?
your mouth. Shut it.
I didn't need
Hey,
to.
sometimes things just sound that way. Okay.
So, what's your question about the sous vide?
My question is if you have any suggestions for anything else. Like, I obviously love doing steak in my sous vide.
Yeah.
But if there's anything else you recommend cooking in there as well. Or
Yeah.
if you just
Oh, dude, have you not done chicken yet?
Yeah, chicken's where it's at. Poultry is where the sous vide comes out on top.
I've yet to do chicken. Yeah, I know everybody says to do chicken, but I meant I didn't know if there's anything else that you used it for.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, I've cooked everything in the sous vide. I did mashed potatoes one time in the sous vide.
Really?
Yeah, it comes out great.
Huh.
Yeah. But I'll say this about chicken. Like, the one thing you can do is, like, chicken with the skin on. First of all, you have to cook it longer with the bone in, right? Or you have to cook it at a different temp with the bone in. It cooks differently when you have bone in. And with skin on, treating skin that comes out of the sous vide is a very difficult thing to navigate because there's so much moisture builds up in the skin that it's very difficult to get it super thin and crispy. The one thing that I did over the holidays is there's a technique where they do like Peking duck. Is that what it's called? Peking duck?
Yeah.
Peking duck? And I had never done this before, and it worked out beautifully, which was before you put the skin on chicken or turkey, whatever you have, into the sous vide, take boiling water and pour boiling water over the skin.
Oh.
And you're going to see it tighten up like crazy, right? And then after you sous vide it, when you take it out, what I did was on a paper towel, spread some baking powder, a little tiny bit of baking powder, and then press the skin into the baking powder, and then take the whole piece of chicken and just leave it in the fridge for like 6-7 hours, uncovered, open, and let it dry right out, and then bring it out to room temperature and then throw it in a pan and crisp up the skin. That's one way to do it. And then the other way to do it, if you want skin, is what I've also been doing is pulling the skin off and cooking the skin separately and then cutting the skin into little strips and just sticking it in a little dish beside the gravy. So when somebody has chicken or turkey, you just get a piece of meat and then you just take the skin separately and stack it on your plate almost like a side. And so I've been doing that, and that's now my favorite way to do either chicken or turkey skin on is I cook the skin separately and I put it on a baking sheet in the oven, parchment paper on the bottom. Lay all the skin out and then parchment paper on top and take an exact same pan that you just had and push it on top so there's weight to it. And then it just cooks flat.
Ooh.
And it is like, my God, man, it's so good.
So there you go, Chris. You're going to have to try chicken next with your sous vide.
I now have a recipe card written down and note for note on my fridge that's now stuck there.
And for everybody else, like this, they're not expensive, right? Like getting a piece of gear like a sous vide for the kitchen is really, really not expensive, but it is such a game changer. And as Mocha said, chicken is where you really, really notice the difference.
Yeah. We did steak the other night.
Yeah.
Sous vide.
Yeah.
I did hanger steak for 4 hours at 1:30. And then super hot skillet.
Yeah.
And I just did like a minute aside.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
And how was it?
The best.
So good,
It was
right?
absolutely amazing. Yeah.
It's the
there
best.
you go, Chris.
All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So I don't know if you saw this, but Jamie Lynn Spears, little sister of Britney Spears, posted a video and then deleted it, where she was accusing Elon Musk of creating cat killers.
What?
Because the Tesla, she'll explain it, because the Tesla is so quiet, I guess her argument is that cats don't hear it coming.
Oh.
So
like when
here,
they're running around on the street or whatever?
Here is Jamie Lynn Spears.
Somebody's got to let Elon Musk know that the Tesla is a secret cat killer, and it's a problem that we really got to fix. We have now lost, I don't even want to tell you how many cats, because they don't hear the Tesla crank, and unfortunate things happen, and it's really devastating and tragic for everyone involved. So, since the Tesla is so quiet, maybe he could like make one of those noises that like bother cat or animal ears when it cranks up, so that way they know something's happening and they aren't caught off guard and things don't end in a very tragic way. So, Elon Musk, let's figure this out. I mean, you owe me a couple cats.
Okay. Is she talking about just making it sound like a regular car then?
Yes, I guess
An engine
that's
startup?
I guess that's what she was saying. But the problem was that why she deleted the video is everybody went in on Jamie Lynn Spears, because she sort of made it sound like it was her Tesla and she's out there running over cats.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Right? And they were like, how many cats has Jamie Lynn Spears killed?
Or how many cats has she had killed by Tesla? Or
She
is that what she's saying?
So I
then?
guess the confusion was when she said, we've lost countless cats. Now, was she talking about like we as a family or we as a society? And so there was there was some confusion.
She's doing a public service
as to whether she is in fact responsible for countless cat deaths.
Right.
Or if she's just speaking on behalf of other cat owners who have lost cats to super quiet Teslas.
And is she also, because I don't own a cat.
Yeah.
But do cats, are they typically, let's say if there's a Tesla or a car that's parked, are they typically like underneath a car or hiding in wheel wells or anything like
cats
that?
They do.
Yeah,
They do. But
they've been known to.
They do. But they also, they sit on the side of the road and, if they hear a car, they maybe won't go. But if they don't, and it's true, man. Like my brother has a hybrid car.
Yeah.
And every now and then, if I drive it, like even to just the grocery store or something like that, when you pull up beside somebody who's on a bike, and they check both ways, and then they go to check again, and then they suddenly see a car there, it freaks them out.
Right, because they're so quiet.
They're so quiet. Like, it freaks people out, and I see it all the time.
Really?
All the time if I'm in that car. People have no idea it's so quiet.
So do you think she means that, let's say a cat is on the side of the road, they don't hear the car coming? Like, where do you think...
for God's sake. Yeah, I don't.
I don't think she's the one killing the cats. I think she's the one saying, like, hey...
Yes.
You know, Teslas have killed my cats.
Right. Yes. But I don't know. When she was talking about can they add something to it? It's like, have you ever seen deer whistlers?
I've never seen them, no.
You didn't grow up in the country, right?
No.
Okay, so sometimes on the sides of like pickup trucks, you'll see these little tiny things on their rear view mirrors. And they're deer whistlers. And so when you're driving, the wind goes through it, and the sound that comes out of it is very high pitch. And I guess it's to deter deer from running in front of your truck when you're driving through the country.
But you can't hear it.
You can't hear it, no.
It's not making like a noise as you're driving, because that would be very annoying.
Yes. Yeah, but I don't think
what
she's...
noise would scare cats?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just like something abrupt?
Like a falcon, maybe? Like your like your car. Or it barks, right? Like maybe that. Maybe it's just like a dog sound. I don't know.
Huh. Or similar to that deer thing. Like, don't they have... Like, you know how they have dog whistles?
Yeah.
Is there not something like the cat equivalent?
That they hear?
Yeah.
No,
that you get attached to the car?
No, the only thing cats can hear from like a kilometer away is the crunching sound of a Temptations bag. Oh. That's really it.
So attach those to Teslas. Problem solved.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Somebody discovered a Drake song lyric being used in a show that's on Netflix. The show is Outlander. And
Outlander?
Yes.
Okay.
And when looking at what year this episode is from, it seems like it might have been Drake who borrowed the line for a current song.
Okay.
Because this particular episode that somebody pointed out is from 2015. And season 1, episode 13, entitled The Watch. And at 9 minutes and 21 seconds, one of the characters says this.
Just a long life and a merry one, a quick death and an easy one, a pretty girl and an honest one, a stiff whiskey and another one. Slanjava.
Okay. Now, is that like an original? Is that already like a known sort of limerick that they used in the show, or was that written by screenwriters specifically for that show?
That I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Okay.
But what I do have is the comparison that people are making to the Drake DJ Khaled song.
Okay.
Pop Star, which we all know.
Yeah, I want a long life, a legendary one. I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a pretty girl and an honest one. I want this drink and another one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, I've never watched Outlander before.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, you know, all anybody has now is time. So people are dipping back and going to shows that they're discovering have been on Netflix for a while. And just like giving things a chance.
Hold on here. I got to find the actual words to that.
Okay. So again, this is Outlander.
Yeah.
Season 1, episode 13. The title of that episode is The Watch.
Okay.
And 2015 is the year. And the timestamp on when that line is said is at 9 minutes and 21 seconds. This is the line again.
Just a long life and a merry one, a quick death and an easy one, a pretty girl and an honest one, a stiff whiskey and another one. Slanjava.
Yes, Queen.
And that is exactly what Drake says?
I mean, give or take.
Yeah, I want a long life, a legendary one.
So that one?
I want a quick death and an easy one.
That one?
Yeah.
I want a pretty girl and an honest
That one?
Yeah.
I want this drink and another one.
Okay, so he took out whiskey and changed it to drink.
Yeah.
And he took out Mary and changed it to legendary.
Yes.
But yeah, it's pretty much the exact same.
Yeah.
Interesting. But I want to know if this was like specific to that show or if this is a known sort of cheers that people have done in the past.
Like a typical thing.
Yeah, like a typical thing. That's what I'm curious about. But that is just straight up like the exact same, right?
Yeah. So who knew? Maybe Drake is a Outlander fan.
God, but who found that though?
And he's been
what I mean?
binging on it. Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That there are so many things to discover on Netflix.
Right.
That people are, now that we all have so much time, everyone's like staying home again.
Hold on here.
That people are just dipping back and rediscovering shows that maybe they've seen pop up or they're just giving a chance right now.
Right,
They never paid any attention to in the past.
Yeah,
all.
Yeah. Interesting. That's yeah, Outlander. Here's to a long life and a merry one, a quick death and an easy one, a pretty girl and an honest one, a stiff whiskey and another one. Outlander series is packed with classic toasts that are perfect to steal for those times that you don't want to come up with anything new to say. I'm reading an article on, this is from 2019, an article on toasts, giving toasts. They go through like things, famous toasts from Harry Potter and all these other, from the traditional toast above the shorter ones, such as the Jamie given but yeah, no, I think it was written for the show.
Well, there you go. That was from Outlander from 2015, season 1, episode 13 at the 9-minute and 21 second mark of that show.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
I got accused of lying this morning by Catherine.
What happened?
So she fell asleep in the bed last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I finished watching Bachelor, and then I wanted to watch that Tiger Woods documentary.
Okay.
Episode 1. I haven't seen it yet. It's real good.
Yeah.
Have you been watching it?
No.
It's great. It's awesome.
Okay.
And so Catherine's sound asleep beside me. And there's a scene in the Tiger Woods documentary where they show a clip when Tiger Woods was being interviewed by Oprah after he won the Masters in like 97.
Yeah.
And during that period of the episode, Catherine wakes up and she goes, "Who's that?" And I go, "It's Oprah." She goes, "She looks super different." And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Doesn't even look like her. It looks like a woman playing Oprah." And I go, "Yeah." And then Catherine fell asleep.
Okay.
So Catherine wakes up this morning early, and then she's like, "What time did you fall asleep last night? Right after Bachelor?" And I go, "No, I watched a Tiger Woods documentary." She goes, "No, you didn't." I go, "Yeah, I did." I go, "You woke up during the Tiger Woods documentary, and we had a full conversation about Oprah." And she goes, "No, I didn't."
Oh, my God.
And I go, "Yeah, you did. This is what you said." And I repeated the entire conversation to her. And she goes, "No, I didn't." And I'm like, why would I lie? Like, what's the motivation for me right now to say that you woke up in the middle of the night and we talked about Oprah and then you fell asleep?
About.
Why would I lie about that?
Yeah.
I get nothing out of it. Right? Zero. It's almost at the same level as when somebody gets mad at you for something you've done in a dream.
Yes.
Right? Not my dream.
Uh-huh.
Your dream.
Yeah.
Right? Take it up
with me once.
Take it up with the me in your dream.
Uh-huh.
Don't take it up with like living me.
Yeah, go back to sleep.
Right, go
find that guy.
Right? Go find him.
Yeah.
Because that ain't me. This is the same thing. It's on that same level. Why? When somebody talks in their sleep, when you talk in your sleep, right?
Yes.
And somebody replays the conversation back to you the next day, the one thing you can't do is deny having that conversation.
Because it happened.
It happened.
But what was her reason as to why, like, you would have to lie about something like that?
I don't know.
And what an extreme thing to lie. Like, of all the things you could have lied about, right?
I could have lied about a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot.
Not that I have a lot of things to lie about, but I could have lied about a lot of things.
In that moment,
Thank you.
like, you chose, in her mind, like, you chose to lie about watching a Tiger Woods documentary after watching The Bachelor. 2 hours of The Bachelor.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
so ridiculous.
Yeah, what I lied about was that you didn't recognize Oprah. Right? You know what I mean? That's basically what it comes down to.
Maybe she feels like so offended. That's why.
Over
like,
what?
No, because she's like, of course I know who Oprah is, you idiot. Like, how dare you turn this on
But
me?
then that should be the conversation.
Yeah. Maybe she's just too embarrassed to say it.
Right? That should be the conversation. Right? But 2 things, okay? Don't tell me I'm lying when we talked about Oprah.
Yeah.
Right? That's why I will not stand for that. And also, if I do something in your dream that makes you mad, take it up with that guy.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You see this woman who won the $60 million?
Where?
Lotto Max? Here. But she played the numbers that she's been playing forever, and these numbers came to her husband in a dream, she says.
No.
Yeah.
And just decided to play those numbers.
Yeah, for 20 years. Wow. She's been playing the same number for 20 years.
That is commitment.
Right? I couldn't do that. We've talked about this so many times. I enjoy the lotto, right?
Yeah.
I do, whatever. But I only do randoms. I would, because I wouldn't be able to recover if something happened to me, I had the flu or whatever it was, and there was 1 week where I couldn't play those numbers if I was consistent with numbers, especially after something like 20 years, especially after if it was something like, you know, your husband, they came to your husband in a dream.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
My uncle's friend, my uncle in New York, his friend, played the exact same numbers every week.
Yeah.
And there's 1 week he didn't play, and his numbers came up.
And they came up. See, that's why you can't do that. It's so maddening to me, the idea of that. I mean, I love the stories when it works out. I love the stories when somebody's like, they're like, this is fascinating to me that it, you know, came to my husband in a dream. But the idea of doing something like that for 20 years is too much. It's too much of a commitment, because when do you stop? Like when can you say, okay, enough? And then you have to worry, can somebody go and get my numbers for me? Like, it's too mad. Like, you're putting too much of yourself.
I will only, at first I would always play the same numbers.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't working out. I'm like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pick random numbers, because you always see like people who are winning the lottery, majority of people who are winning the lottery are winning off of friggin' random numbers.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course. Hey, Maury, do you have to do that picture when you win the lottery? Do they make you do that?
You have to do the photo, but you don't have to do the... Can you hear me?
Yeah. You have to do the what?
Photo, but you don't have to do the press conference.
You have to do the photo, though.
Yeah, you have to do the photo. It's in the
Really?
fine print, but you don't have to talk to the media.
That's so wild that they make you take it. Can you wear a disguise?
Like a hat with like a nose and glasses?
Yeah,
and a mustache?
something. Yeah.
What, those eyes that pop out?
Yeah,
on like
something. Like, could you wear a disguise? Because that's the last thing I would want, to be honest with you, if I won 60
They also
mil.
give you advice. Like, before you even go and pick up your thing, you disconnect your phone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Don't
but
worry.
then
I already know what I'm doing.
They
I already
also
know what
have
I'm
the you know, and I don't know if like if it's part of it now.
Yeah.
But they have people that, you know, they'll do the commercials, and then they have the commercials on. It says what your name is. You're holding a giant check.
know.
It says what your name is and what city you live in.
I know. Who would do that?
Like, no thanks.
I would know. You would, huh?
Of course you would.
Because what's the point of being rich if nobody knows it, right?
But the funny thing is, I had a conversation recently with Matthew where I said that I would love to be one of those lotto winners where I don't throw gala dinners and
Gala dinners?
parties.
Right, you never been. Yeah, you never
gala dinners.
You've never been to a gala dinner.
Who throws
Like, I
gala
want to be
dinners?
a quiet rich.
No,
No, you wouldn't, you liar.
No, you wouldn't. No, you
You're
wouldn't.
such a liar. You would take that money and you would go.
No,
like,
I wouldn't be like a like, what do you call it? A philanthropist.
No. You know what?
You wouldn't want to help people out?
No.
No, what's the term where you're always in the public eye? Like, where you're at every event. Like, I don't want to be one of those rich.
Socialite?
Yeah, socialite. I would
A
rather
philanthropist
just be...
is actually a really good person.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be a socialite.
Ew. I don't want to be a philanthropist.
I don't want to be a socialite.
I don't want to do any good for the world.
You would be like, whenever I would get out of that little town that I grew up in, I would drive through anybody else's rich neighborhood, because back in the 80s, like parts of Mississauga and stuff like that in Guelph, it was a lot of new money. And you could tell the new money from the old money, because the new money would be big giant houses, but they would spend money on like giant, huge, 15-foot tall concrete fountains in their front lawn in the shape of a chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can always tell that. Like, Maury would be the guy with the 15-foot chicken. Right? Like, that would be you. You would be able to tell you were new money.
Yeah, with shining lights on it.
Maury would come in here one day, his teeth would just be super bright white. You know what I mean? Like, he would
veneers?
like
he
just
knew everything.
It knew everything, right? Like, he would be the guy immediately go and get
But
veneers.
I want like a nice portrait, like a painting of myself at the dining room table.
See, there you go. That's new money. Yeah, exactly.
F philanthropy.
Yeah, for the gala dinner.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, yeah. Drink it time, baby.
No. Hold on.
Sound right there instantly makes me think of summer.
Yes. No, it's a club soda.
I love it.
Which I've been drinking a lot of club soda lately. I don't even know if it's good for you. Is it good for you? Does it mess you up? I don't know. I drink
No,
a
it's
ton
fine.
of club soda.
Yeah,
is
it's fine.
Is there like, I don't know, sodium or something in it? Catherine was saying something to me about
check
it.
the label. It's right there.
I don't know, but I don't know what anything does. First
does
of
it
all,
say?
you think I can read that?
You can't read that?
That tiny little print on a shiny can?
Here, give it a can.
No! No!
Club soda's fine.
No.
We drink a lot of club soda.
I
at
just
home
think
as
that,
well.
Yeah, but I don't know what anything means. Like I'm one of those people where I'll read the ingredients on something.
You just don't care.
I don't care. It'll make no difference as to whether I buy it or not.
Yeah.
Like zero. Like I'll see Catherine pick something up and read the side of something, and then I'll pick something up and not read the side, and then just put it down and go, looks good to me.
Yeah.
Maureen.
It's only not healthy if you have IBS.
Oh, really?
That's what I just read. It's not okay for people with
Why?
IBS because of bloating. Because I guess the bubbles create bloating.
Oh, see, I'm always bloated. Maybe it's because I drink so much fizzy water.
Maybe.
But is Perrier the same way? Because I drink a lot of Perrier.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I find
Wow.
Perrier gives me, I get more burps out of Perrier than I do like any other club soda.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you consider Perrier and club soda the same thing? Because I don't.
No, not at all.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm
Okay.
not going to mix like vodka with Perrier.
No?
Although.
I'm gassy. Shouldn't have done that. Also, I'll drink Perrier, but not San Pellegrino.
Why not?
Because I don't like the size of the bubbles.
Listen to you.
I don't.
You can shrink the bubbles by
I don't.
stirring it.
No. I think that,
Wait, San Pellegrino bubbles bother you?
yeah. Yeah. They're different than Perrier bubbles. If I have the choice between like flat water, Perrier, and San Pellegrino, I will always go Perrier, and then I'll go flat water before I go San Pellegrino. Yes, I will.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like the
How could
bubble
you tell?
size. I don't like the bubble size.
But
The
what
bu-
about regular like club soda?
Club
Like
soda's
the
different to
Canada
me.
Dry that
They're
you
different to me
drink
because I taste carbonation in club soda as opposed to just bubbles in water, right? So to me, I don't like the size of the bubbles in San Pellegrino.
I think I could put two cups in front of you. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Oh, you want to bet?
I'll bet you. I'll bet
guaranteed.
you. I'll bet you.
Mark's trying to do the math.
Yeah, I know.
Right now, so how much he has in the bank account.
Yeah, okay.
I'll bet
but believe me, Maury, this time of year, you're going to bet me the rest of the can. Like, you have nothing to offer here, I'll bet you.
Yeah, zero. You bougie ass.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I wonder if Justin Bieber is going to be celebrating the anniversary of his song Baby today.
Oh, is it today?
11 years ago, dude.
See, to me, it seems longer.
Really?
Yep.
2.3, actually now 2.4 billion views on YouTube. And man, he sounded like a kid. I mean, he was a kid when that song came out.
Oh, for God's sake. Listen to this. It sounds like it's sped up.
Right? A little bit.
Be apart. Are we an item? Girl, quit playing. We're just friends. What are you saying? Said there's another and look right in my eyes. My first love broke my heart for the first time, and I was like, baby, oh.
Wow. Does he still do this song live?
I haven't seen him perform live in forever, so I don't even know.
I'm wondering.
I would say he...
I don't know. Maybe he does. Maybe he's got like a new way of doing it or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's one of his biggest songs, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's on there. It's on the set list.
God, yeah, but you got to figure that he doesn't like doing it, though.
No, eh?
No. Who wants to be reminded of that stuff? Like, imagine if you did something when you were like a little kid and then people just make you do it over and over and over again.
I guess.
No, nobody wants to do
Maybe
that.
he's like, I'm focusing on, I'm in a different place in my life.
Yeah.
I'm focusing on other things.
Yeah,
I've got all this great new music.
It's like when Macaulay Culkin, he was an adult and people wanted him to do the hands on the face.
Oh, the Home Alone face.
The
yeah.
Home Alone face.
I know.
Right? Nobody wants to do that.
But he, Macaulay Culkin, though, he came around. Like, he fully embraced.
People eventually do. I'm just wondering if Justin Bieber's there
It's
yet.
Justin Bieber's encore song.
Is it
According
really?
to his
Yeah?
last tour
Yeah?
set list, it's his encore
No,
song.
there you go.
Did his last tour, did I stick around? I don't know if I did.
Yeah.
That was a tour when he was going through some stuff. And I think it was in and around when Jenna and I went to that concert, you knew something was off, but we all, like the general public, we didn't know what was going on in Bieber's life. It wasn't until like a month later, a couple weeks later, where it was announced or he
Yeah.
made it known that
Yeah.
he was going through some stuff.
Right.
And don't forget, Macaulay Culkin redid the commercial.
No, but years later,
Yeah.
though. Like when Macaulay Culkin was 16, he wanted nothing to do with that. Like he was
He's
a
like,
hermit for years.
I'm a serious actor here.
Yeah, but everybody went through
For
that,
sure.
right? Gary Coleman, man, that guy was like well into it. He couldn't do anything without somebody going, do the line. What
Yeah.
you talking about, Willis? Do
Yeah,
the
he's
what
like,
you talking about, Willis? Oh, for
not
God's sake,
again.
not again. Yeah, it's tough when you do something when you're a kid. That when you're an adult, people just make you. They want you to do that thing like
What about
over
Urkel
and
in
over
the-
and over
Did
again.
I do that?
Did I do that? Urkel,
Oh,
yeah.
Urkel. That's true.
Right, all those.
Or the Fresh Prince guy that does the dance.
Carlton.
Yeah, but no,
for a
he
long
always
time-
wanted to, I know. No, he hated that for a
He
long
went
time.
through a period
Yeah,
in his life where
absolutely.
he didn't
They all
want. He
did.
didn't even want to be asked about that at all.
No, it's wild. But
And
yeah,
you
so
being called Dream Daddy Roz.
thank
I'm
you,
sure
Maury.
that'll,
That's great because that only happened to me in my 40s.
You're not understanding the concept of the conversation here.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see the story of the guy who was living in an airport for 3 months?
Yes. Yeah.
So this guy from LA flew to Chicago and was to fly back in October from O'Hare. And because the COVID numbers are so bad in LA, and he's like living in a place with like multiple people, he's got like a bunch of different roommates.
Yeah.
That he was too scared to fly back home for fear of getting COVID. And he stole a badge from one of the employees that works at the airport.
That's the problem.
And was living in like a secured area.
Yeah.
And was only caught this past weekend.
Yeah.
And when security asked him, like, yo, where's your ID? He handed it over, and it was a badge that was reported missing back in October.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if a badge was missing, should it not have been like deactivated? Or did this guy literally stay, once he used that pass to get to the secure area, literally stay right there in that area for the past 3 months?
I think that's what happened. I'm like from the way that I understand it, that is I don't think that he left the secure area.
Yeah.
I think that he made it into the secure area because once you're in there, like a secure area can be a large part of an airport. It's not like he was
Sure.
locked in one sort of cafeteria. Like the secure area is anything sort of like past security kind of thing where you then have access to other things. But it's crazy in the sense that like nobody questioned the nuke. Like, did he? Like, I'm wondering.
Like, what
you're
did
you're
with
not
his
hiding
day?
in closets, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're obviously milling about. And so
But airports
were
are
you-
busy, man.
No, but I mean with other staff. Like, there was not one guy that was like,
who's the new guy?
You know, hey, did you see the Bruins game last night?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's not, like, he didn't have, like, I'm wondering what kind of conversations he had or what kind of relationships he had with people because
What did he do
there's
for money? Or like, how is he eating? How is he surviving?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's wild. And so I know people are pissed
Like,
at this guy.
How is he
and-
doing his laundry?
And he's
I guess
up,
just like what, washing his clothes in the sink?
Yeah, he's up on charges. But the judge in the case, and rightfully so, is really coming down on the people who are running security at O'Hare because they're like, I get it that this guy stole a badge and got in, but how the hell did you guys have somebody in a secure area for 3 months and not know?
And O'Hare Airport in Chicago.
It's massive.
It's one of the busiest airports in all of America.
Yeah.
How is it that even in the secure area, as you said, it could have been just past security and you have all this space
Let's just say,
right,
yeah.
to mill about? How is it that with the amount of cameras in that place, nobody thought that something was off?
Yeah, no idea. No idea. But I'm with you. Like, you would think that somebody would check the badge at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody would, like, check the badge. Also, like, was he showering? Was he shaving? Or did they just work with this guy who one day showed up and then progressively got more gnarly? Like, was
I'm
he
gonna say
able
it's
to
that.
do?
Like, in our build, where we work here, right?
Yeah.
If I forget my pass at home and I have to get a day pass from security.
Right.
My pass that I left at home, they deactivate it
Right.
when they activate the day pass to give me all the credentials to get to where the radio station is.
Right.
Right? So at O'Hare, when the employee reported that their pass was missing, how was that pass not deactivated?
Yeah, I don't know. But think about it this way. Think about if you had a pass to get into even this building, right? How long could you stay in here before somebody found you?
Oh, months.
Months, right?
A building this size, yeah.
Yeah,
and
months.
Actually, maybe they did deactivate it, and
You just don't need it.
Once he was just in that area, he knew where to go after a couple of days, like his safe zones.
Yeah, but it's easy though. Like you have a badge on, like you got the badge on, and let's just say, somebody's walking, you're sitting by the door, right? And you're like, okay, my badge doesn't work. I know that. So you just wait for somebody with a badge to walk in. And then you kind of like do that run scoot thing behind them, and you're like, hold up.
Yeah, hold up, my badge don't work.
Yeah, they just open the door
I gotta
for
call
you.
HR. You guys know how it's like.
Yeah, oh my God, the whole thing with this badge, I don't know what happens. Put Coke on it, I don't know. It's wild.
Like in a place, even where we work, where there's like thousands of people in this building prior to COVID, you see them all the time. Like you can pass somebody. And I don't know if that person works here. Like yes, they have a badge, but like, what if they snuck in?
And I'll tell you, and I'm sure O'Hare has the same rules that all buildings do, but nobody feels comfortable following these rules. And every building now in the secure world has the same rule, which is you're not allowed to hold a door for anybody.
I know.
Right? That is such a difficult thing to actually put into practice when you're a person. Because if I'm walking into the building and somebody's walking behind me and I don't see their card, like, am I going to close the door on them?
Yeah. Let me see your pass. Where do you work? Who's your manager?
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, no, we hold the door for people. That's what we do. And I'm sure that's what happened countless times when this guy was in the airport.
What's up, new guy?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. But not wanting to go back because of COVID, that's like you got to really not want COVID to want to live in an airport for 3 months.
I know. Yeah, big time.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, so I'm not happy with The Bachelor.
Why?
Because I'm not happy with the last 2 runs.
Is it because all the erotic stuff got you too hot and bothered at the beginning?
No, I don't like it that everybody's just breaking the rules. I don't like it when Claire just dipped early and then they had to bring in Tayshia, all that stuff. And then now with this season, everybody's just breaking the rules.
Like what?
Like there was a group date last night. We'll get to Sarah in a second.
Okay.
Right? But there's a group date last night. And when the women go on the group date happens with those women. But then it all becomes about Sarah. And Sarah's not on the group date, but yet she crashes the group date. And we saw this before in last season as well, which is just nuts. So it's the Sarah show. So start with clip number 1 because Victoria, who they still haven't touched up that girl's makeup. And I swear to God, she has pink eye.
Oh, no.
She looks like she has pink eye. And I think that's maybe why they're not putting a lot of makeup on her. But it really looks like she does. So Victoria is now wanting to go to war with Sarah because if you remember, she went to war with Marilyn and got Marilyn kicked off.
Remind me again.
Sarah's the one that fainted.
Right, but Victoria's who?
Queen Victoria.
The queen, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. She's really the villain.
She is the villain.
Marilyn's gone, and now Sarah needs to go. Cheers to continuing the journey and being vulnerable even when it's really tough.
Cheers.
Sarah is worse than Marilyn because she's not directly attacking one person. She is interfering with everyone's relationships.
Thank you. Oh, I'm feeling a lot better.
Her fainting spell came across really fake. Seriously, like all the fake bitches can all go home, go home, go home, go home, go home, skedaddle.
Yo, it was bow to the queen.
Yeah, okay. So then Sarah, they did a whole erotic thing. It was just dumb.
I went to bed after that.
Yeah. But then Sarah crashed the group date and then she got time. She interrupted a girl who was on the group date to get time. And then it was just super awkward.
But at that point, shouldn't somebody
weird.
step in or shouldn't Matt say, hey?
No, but he loves her. He loves Sarah. Like as soon as she interrupted, he was making out with her while the other girl was standing behind like a tiny little screen that you could see through.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She saw the whole thing.
She saw the whole, everybody saw the whole thing.
Matt, what you doing?
So play number 6 now for me.
Hi, you guys.
Hi. Hey, what's up?
I just wanted to address it. There was just something weighing on my heart, and
this is Sarah, right?
This is Sarah explaining to the group why she interrupted their date
for a couple minutes, and I just wanted to be the bigger person, let you guys know I'm here, and apologize. I know how hard that is.
But you did it after the fact, and that's
you should have come
annoying.
to us.
The damage is already done.
Couldn't you have said this at another time?
You know, I wasn't sure like when I would have an opportunity to say this, and
It's the first day of the week. And everyone's having a date this week.
Chris Harrison said everyone's getting time today.
Yeah. Like, what did you have to address? Because it would probably be pretty serious for you to have come here.
It's literally just between me and him, and I just want to let you guys know why I'm here, and I'm sorry.
You didn't let us know why you're here.
And this is the best way I can, so I'm sorry, but I just want to let you guys know from me and hear it from me and not anyone else.
We didn't really hear anything.
Oh! Speak louder.
Yeah. So then it was so weird because so then Sarah and Katie talk, right? And Sarah says that aside from loving Matt and not being able to deal with the jealousy of seeing him with other girls and everything else, she says that she wants to go home because her dad is sick and she doesn't want it to miss the opportunity to say goodbye if something. Her dad is ALS.
Okay.
And she doesn't want to miss the opportunity. And so she's really, really torn. And so Katie at that time starts crying and encourages her to leave, right? So go to number 10 now.
I mean, like, I really believe in the feelings I have with him, but I'm not cut out for this, and like, I just can't give this my all, you know? Like, all of my worst insecurities are coming out. I really have to put my well-being first, and I'm not in a good headspace here.
Oh, man.
And, you know, I haven't really opened up to you about the situation with my dad, but he has a terminal illness, and like, it's not like years or months, it's like maybe like weeks. So that's really weighing on my heart too, time away from him. And I thought I was ready for this, but like, I have to be true to myself.
But the weird part is that she tells Katie that she wants to go home because of her dad.
Yeah.
And then she goes and tells Matt that she is going home because the girls are mean to her.
Oh, no.
Our connection is amazing, but like, I've been processing it, and like, I'm just like doubting everything, and like, if I'm ready for this, and like, if I can truly do this. And I told you like how important family is to me, and like being away from them.
She's trying to get a sympathy from him?
I think it's just like weighing so hard on me. Like, I just feel like so alone here, and like, I was just like completely attacked by so many of the women in the house, and I just feel like I'm not welcome.
Oh, girl, come on now.
You said the women in the house? Like, what do you mean?
Just like, I went downstairs to like apologize to the women for being in my room all day, and was like completely attacked.
Oh,
some of the women in there are just really cruel and malicious.
Bro.
And it's like really hard for me.
She just lit that fire and walked away.
Yes. She lit the fire and then walked away.
What you're going through from a standpoint
And
of
then she
your
got in the
family back
car.
home and what it's like to be in
She got in the car and dipped, and she's done.
Oh.
So now the best part is, so they finally get rid of Sarah. So Victoria now is like, finally Sarah's done. And then the promo for next week, again, breaking the rules. I don't like this.
Which is?
A car pulls up and 5 new women are introduced into the show.
No!
Yes.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Claire and Dale are done, huh?
Oh, hold on. Girl, you want to spill this tea and talk drama?
God, nobody saw this coming, huh?
What happened? She was so sure. A couple days in, she was so sure when she was the Bachelorette that Dale was her guy.
So
what happened?
Claire, having already done The Bachelor, 2 separate seasons of Bachelor in Paradise. She got into that love triangle on Bachelor Winter Games, and then, of course, The Bachelorette. We thought this was it.
Wasn't she? Was she in
dipped early.
Bachelor House too? Remember the one right before Paradise?
Oh, maybe.
I wonder.
So Claire has yet to say anything, but according to sources, Claire and Dale had been fighting a lot recently. Dale released a statement saying, "I wanted to share with you that Claire and I have decided to go our separate ways. We appreciate the love and support we've received from so many people, but this is the healthiest decision for both of us at this time. We strongly believe in leading with love and always remaining true to oneself, something our families have taught us and instilled in us throughout our lives. We only hope the best things for one another. Please respect our privacy as we work through this together. So I guess she wanted to settle down in Sacramento, and because she's tired of all this.
Yeah.
And he wanted to like live it up in the city and get his career going and all that stuff. So that's why they were fighting.
YOLO.
But do you remember we said this? When you have that kind of passion, like Claire frightens me a little bit in the sense that when she is like, you know, be the man, like be my dad, be all those things. That's great when things are going well. That kind of passion is amazing when things are going well. But that kind of passion when things are not going well is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Because in her mind, she knows what she wants.
Because it becomes the reverse of that.
Yeah.
You're not a man. You're nothing like my father. Like all of that stuff. When it comes around the other
we were
way.
going to be together and you were going to take care of me.
Yeah. My hero, my knight,
settle down, be the father to my children.
And then people are saying that he only went on the show for clout.
No.
Yeah. Some people are saying Maury.
I was just going to say he turned that post that he did on Instagram. He turned the comments off, by the way.
Oh, what were the comments before he turned them off?
We saw this coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. But why would you turn those comments off? I mean, we did see this coming. He saw this coming. So they're done. Like they almost they didn't even make it. Like how long? Like how long has it been? Not long, right?
Like a couple weeks.
Like since the final rose? Like like it hasn't been that long.
The show would have filmed in the summertime.
Oh yeah, because I'm thinking since we saw it.
No. But I mean since they sat down live after the show when they both dipped, because that was recent, right? When they were like, we're in love, we're in love, we're in love.
Early December, I think.
Yeah, early December.
Or
something like that. Yeah. Crazy. So Claire
But
and
who
Dale.
knows? Even during that time, right?
Yeah.
When they were filming the quote unquote live stuff.
Yeah.
They could have been privately,
right,
outside of what we saw. They could have been fighting about all this stuff then.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Now, question
I
is,
assume from the beginning they've been fighting.
do you think Claire is now done with the franchise, or do you think she's going to go back one more
she'll
time?
go back. Yeah,
you
she'll
think?
go back. Yes.
You think like Paradise or something like that?
She'll be
can't she?
back.
No, she's going to try a whole different show.
Isn't
she's
like?
going to go back.
Shouldn't they have
Look at
terms
the pattern,
like
man.
you do in politics? You know what I mean? Like you can't go back
Like
a fifth time.
Like 4 appearances and that's it?
Four, and then you're
Is your
done.
max?
We'll give you 4.
Do you get a free robe on
right?
your fifth?
No, I don't even know. But I think going back for a 5th is that's a bit much.
I think if given the opportunity,
Yeah.
I think Claire would go back.
You think so?
See, I think she's going to do Too Hot to Handle or something else.
No, she won't. You think they're going to let her out of that contract to do another show?
No.
You gotta try. No, you could dip your toe
Caitlin
in a
Bristow
different
couldn't
pool.
do Dancing with the Stars for 10 years.
Yeah.
Because of contract.
Yes, they don't let
think
you out of that contract.
If they ask Claire to go back to something related to the Bachelor franchise, she will absolutely say yes.
Think so, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Oof.
Because, guys, she's
Yeah.
looking for love.
What about Claire and Matt?
Claire and Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy now?
What if she shows up in a limo one night?
What if she's one of the 5 that shows up?
Oh, on Monday?
Yes.
Ooh.
Right? Just saying. I would be in for that.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Merrick. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Good, buddy. So, what's on your mind?
So, I'm about to be a daddy. Not a dream daddy like Roz, but a real daddy. I need your help.
Shut up,
What do I
man.
need to get just to get ready for the big day?
Are you for real or are you trolling right now?
No, for real, for real.
Okay.
We're expecting in May. And first-time daddy, first-time grandbaby in the family. So just want to kind of get an idea. There's so many things out there. There's so many Instagram ads that are coming up.
Yeah.
And I need to know what's important and what's not important.
So when you wrote us for Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life, I'm just noticing here that you were on podcast 104, the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. But this was when your wife was telling you to shave your armpits. So I guess the relationship survived.
It went pretty good.
Okay. Okay, so what are you so worried about, man?
Yeah, there's so many things out there. And I'm reading even mommy blogs that, things that I regret buying or things that, you definitely need. And it's so hard to tell not having gone through the process before regarding like what's an essential item. We want to make sure that we're obviously ready for day one and, the first week and so forth. But we don't know what's a gimmick and what's a money grab versus what's an essential item that we absolutely need. And we just want to make sure that we're just being prudent with and thoughtful with what we're spending for and not just getting super excited by buying everything. Because I've been shopping on all these sites and there's so many cute little onesies, but am I overspending? Am I not overspending?
I will say this, and this is a completely it's a personal thing on what you sort of aesthetically want your home to look like and what you're interested in and all that stuff. My philosophy, and you don't have to follow it, is don't buy things until you need it, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And don't fall into the trap of buying kid size. You are going to walk into a world where everything is so cute and so adorable, and there's kid-sized dressers, and there's kid-sized this. The kid isn't going to use any of it. You're the one that's going to be using it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you don't need a kid-sized dresser for a newborn. What you need in that room is a adult-sized dresser that you can throw 5,000 onesies in because you're going to go through 24 a day. Right? Yeah. Don't fall into the thing of creating a fairyland in your kid's nursery where everything is just sort of like a miniature world and it's all kid and it's all cute and it's all purple. You're the one that has to open those drawers. The kid's not going to open those drawers.
Stop looking at those photos on Pinterest.
There's so many.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, but buy stuff, but don't buy stuff until you need it. I think that's the big thing because you're going to load up on things and you're going to, one, have nowhere to put anything.
Yeah.
And two, your kid is going to start growing and developing so fast that a lot of these things that you thought you needed, they actually didn't.
Well, what do you feel that I, quote unquote, need for day one? So when mom, little girl, and me come home from the hospital on day one, what should we already have in the house?
Okay, so you're going to need a comfortable chair for your wife. Mm-hmm. You're going to need diapers because you're going to be going through them a lot. Mm-hmm. And to Ross's point, you're going to need a couple of onesies, man.
Yeah.
I will tell you, when Jenna had Cruz, and even like when we were preparing, Merrick, we fell for every gimmick. Every single one of them.
All of them.
All of the gimmicks you could think of ended up in our house. And then especially as he got older and those things that were like baby specific within the first 6 months of their lives, whatever, you look at it and it was like, man, we wasted so much money on all this nonsense.
A lot.
First of all, look at the space that you're living in and map it out that way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, what are you bringing into the home and is it useful?
Yeah, that's fair.
When Rox was born, we were doing a renovation. And so Roxy was born in January. And the renovation finished the following November, right?
Wow.
So from January to November, she didn't have a room.
Yeah.
It was a bassinet in our room beside Catherine. And that's where the kids slept. And we had sort of like no toy room, no play room, no nothing. Like it was just, that's what it was, is we had a change table that was a kick-ass change table. We had the bassinet in the room, a place to put everything that she was going to barf on. We didn't go for we didn't do a lot of cute clothes. I don't think I ever bought Roxy a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Babies don't want to wear shoes. I don't think I ever bought her a pair
Merrick,
of
don't
shoes.
do that. I made that mistake too.
Right?
I bought baby Timberlands and baby Jordans,
Yeah.
and they ended up just going for donation. Actually, no, the Jordans went for donation. The Tims I kept.
Right.
Because they were cute.
Yeah, you're buying them for you. You're buying them for you.
He never wore them at all because kids don't want to wear shoes. Babies
They do not. And let me tell you something else too, and I don't want to get like all, parent and stuff like this. You know what babies absolutely 1 bajillion% do not want to wear? And every time I see a baby in these, it sort of drives me nuts and I judge the parents for it.
What is it?
Babies don't friggin' want to wear jeans.
Oh.
Okay? Toddlers don't want to wear jeans. Okay, that is like a thing for years later. Denim on a baby. What's denim on a baby? But no, Mocha's right, and that is it's a world, man, and you're gonna see it, and it's like, oh my god, look at all this stuff,
And the way they market it to you,
Oh.
right? Because then you start thinking, you're like, of course I need that.
Yes,
100%.
Oh, you know what you do need?
What?
And I will say that the most dads that I know take great pride in the diaper genie.
Oh, okay.
The diaper genie, when you pull that thing out and it comes out and it's like 6 feet long and you hold, it's like 60 pounds.
And it stinks,
And it
so
stinks.
bad.
But there's a moment of pride when you can get like this super long diaper genie bag, right? I used to love doing the diaper genie because I'm like, how big is it going to be now?
Yeah. Honestly, man, a place for the baby to sleep. You need a nice, comfortable chair for your wife. You need a stroller and a car seat.
Yeah.
And a house full of love.
Yeah,
All right.
that's it, man.
And then that's it. And enough diapers and enough onesies for the baby.
Awesome.
You said daughter. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
She's going to be sleeping most of the time anyway. All right?
Yeah. I appreciate your guys' help and
got
insight. Thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
Mocha.
Yes, Roz.
Man, I love the podcast. I hope you guys are really enjoying it.
I think they are.
We work really hard on this, man.
Very.
You want to do the news?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm exhausted.
You sound so bored.
I'm exhausted. I'm not bored. I'm exhausted. This is a long podcast, man.
I know.
Hours and hours people have been listening before we get to this part. We haven't even done Ask Roz and Mocha yet.
I know.
That's coming up.
I know. So get that energy up, bro.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
How you at it?
Been ready.
Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas have split up. Apparently, she didn't want to be tied to Los Angeles, where Ben has to be tied to L.A., of course, because of his kids. But there's a crazy picture. So I guess he had a life-size cutout of her.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know, it was like some promotional tool for some movie she was doing or whatever. But he had a life-size cutout of her in the house. And once they broke up, it was like put in the trash. And it's on like thick, heavy Bristol board. And paparazzi were taking pictures of the garbage man, like trying to get it into one of the trash bins. And it was too big. So like two guys had to come and stuff it in the trash bin.
Listen, if you're Ben Affleck and you live in LA, you know paparazzi's around all the time, right?
Yeah, I know.
Like you take that cardboard cutout.
Thank you.
Right? Take a knife to it and
cut it up.
Cut it up. Turn it inside out so that the back of it is facing
Exactly.
outwards.
Thank
tie it
you.
up with string or like tape or something.
No.
Right? Compress it.
It was the whole thing. Life size. It was the whole thing of her lying down. It just went out to the trash, right?
You know he's brokenhearted.
Right. Totally.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want this anymore.
I don't want this anymore.
He threw a tantrum. Batman threw a tantrum. I don't want it.
I know. That's so terrible.
Alfred's like, yo, don't you want to cut it up, sir? No, it hurts.
So Sarah from The Bachelor last night, she's the one that she went home. She broke all the rules and everybody hated her, and then she went home. But she was the woman that was photographed back in, I think it was February, right before Valentine's Day, where she was with G-Eazy before G-Eazy was with Ashley Benson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Doing what?
I don't know, but apparently she went from G-Eazy to The Bachelor.
Girl.
Right?
Got some splaining to do.
And apparently Kim Kardashian and Kanye West attempts to save their marriage appear to have been halted. According to a new report, the couple have completely stopped attending marriage counseling, according to the source. And Kanye is now talking to divorce lawyers this week as well. So we know that the story was Kim had met up with a divorce lawyer a couple of weeks ago. Now Kanye, they say, is meeting with his lawyers this week, and that it is done.
Damn.
So word is Donald Trump will reportedly not pardon himself or his family. This was from John Roberts over at Fox News. So what a lot of people had thought, that he was heavily urged to not even go near anything like that. However, with that said, 5 Nobel Prize winners are urging Donald Trump to put a, quote, defining stamp on his presidency by offering a pardon to WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. They say the outgoing president is under a ton of pressure. If you remember, like 10 years ago, Assange was prosecuted for leaking U.S. military cables and classified documents. But
Where is he? Sweden, right?
Yeah, I don't know where he is right now. I think they kicked him out of the consulate. I don't know where he is. But it's basically the persecution of a journalist, right, is what's happening.
You think Trump's going to do it? I don't think so.
I don't think so. He should. He should. I was watching an interview yesterday with Pamela Anderson talking to Piers Morgan about it because Pamela Anderson's real tight with Julian Assange. Like she would go and visit him in the consulate and stuff like
really?
that. Yeah.
That.
Yeah, they're tight. So a lot of people putting pressure, and I still see that Joe Exotic is still trending on Twitter. No word on if Joe Exotic is still or would be on the list of people that Donald Trump is going to pardon. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rudy Giuliani is denying a New York Times report that he was offering pardons for cash. A former CIA officer who was convicted for the illegal disclosure of classified information spoke to the Times about a meeting he had in 2018 with people connected to the president, claiming that during a meeting with Giuliani, when the president's lawyer, Giuliani, went to the bathroom, another individual there said, "It's going to cost you $2 million. He's going to want $2 million in response to this report. Giuliani said these claims that I asked for or received any compensation for a pardon for myself or anyone else are false, defamatory, and malicious. So
back in the day, he took down the mob. Now all of a sudden, he's a mobster.
Yeah. Well, he's always been a mobster, let's be honest. SAG-AFTRA, this is the union that represents actors and everything else in show business. They took a major step towards kicking Donald Trump out of the union.
Oh, wow.
Meeting in a special session, the National Board of Directors voted overwhelmingly to find probable cause that Trump, who's been a member for over 30 years, quote, violated the union's constitution. If found guilty by the committee, possible penalties for Trump include reprimand, censure, fine, suspension from the rights and privileges of membership, or straight-up expulsion. The charges cite Trump's role in inciting the attack on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th and his, quote, sustaining and reckless campaign of misinformation aimed at discrediting and ultimately threatening the safety of journalists, many of whom are SAG members.
So if he wanted to, let's say in a year or tomorrow, wanted to get back to doing showbiz.
Right. Like Apprentice, say.
Sure. Another reality show. Or Apprentice. Is he not allowed then? Like, unless he has this membership to SAG and whatever the other thing is?
I don't know if it's a union show. I imagine it would be. I imagine you have some union individuals on there, as all television in America pretty much does. But I don't know if you could do a sort of special thing for it. Listen, nobody's going to want to do a television show with the guy.
Absolutely not.
Right? He's on OnlyFans in less than 3 weeks. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, a Fat Joe and DJ Khaled are on OnlyFans.
Right. Josh Duhamel is reportedly in final negotiations to replace Cannibal Army Hammer in that J-Lo movie, Shotgun Wedding. It's supposed to start shooting in like a couple weeks, too.
I like Josh a lot.
I would like to see the two of them together. I think that's a real great pair. Shotgun Wedding is a movie, the premise of the movie, we've heard so much about the title of the movie, but the premise of the movie is follows a couple and their families heading to one of those destination beautiful weddings, even as the bride and groom start to get cold feet. But upon their arrival, the entire group gets taken hostage. Hence Shotgun Wedding. Right, so there you go. Are you interested in a cameo shout out from Punxsutawney Phil?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody's on Cameo. Damon Morey's on Cameo. A lot of celebrities on Cameo. The king of Cameo right now is Kevin from The Office. I think he did like $1 million last year on Cameo. Like, it's incredible. But everybody now is on Cameo. And
Raise my price.
You raised your price to what now? What are you charging now? What did you charge before?
$10.
You charged $10 before. What do you charge now?
30.
30.
What?
And how many requests have you got?
0.
Okay, there you go. But Maury also had to do a whole bunch of them for free because he would get requests and then just not do them.
Oh, And they're doing a promotion for Valentine's Day where you click if you can promise to deliver in under 24 hours.
Right.
I was denied because my track record is bad.
Like you do nothing.
Wow.
Like, what are you doing? Why are you so busy you can't like fulfill your Cameo obligations?
When you leave here, you go home and you put on your pajamas.
Yeah.
And then you're like that until the next day that you have to get ready to come in here.
Yeah, like you have nothing to do.
I know, and all the ones I do, I use my stove light as lighting for when I do so.
Money's worth, huh? Money's worth. Anyway, Punxsutawney Phil is on Cameo. And so how does this work? How does Punxsutawney Phil, a groundhog, give you a shout out on Cameo? Well, it's Punxsutawney Phil and his handler. Listen to this.
What's up, B-Rad? You got Punxsutawney Phil here, and I'm his handler, the Rainmaker. This is from your buddy Chaz. We understand you work in a hospital, and it's been a pretty tough year. On the bright side, I'm assuming you've got the vaccine, so you got that going for you. Phil and I are pretty far down on the list, so we're still hoping for it. Guess you've been to Punxsutawney and celebrated your birthday here, which is awesome. I understand that you shaved Phil into your chest. Anyway, Groundhog Day. Put it on your calendar. Thanks for loving Phil. Happy Groundhog Day.
Now, the guy's name was...
I thought the handler was going to be like, hey, it's Punxsutawney Phil.
Could you imagine? Also, Punxsutawney Phil, $80 on Cameo.
$80?
$80 for a shout out from the hog.
Wow.
And also, that guy who requested that Cameo, his name was B-Rad.
Yeah.
That's just Brad, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess it would
Right?
be.
That's like a guy named Brad who just goes by B-Rad.
It's not like his first name's Doug.
No.
And then like, he was like, oh, but everyone calls me B-Rad.
Right. Right? Like, it's not... It's
has
Brad.
To be. It has to be Brad.
Right.
It would be disappointing if it was
anything other
other than Brad.
Yes. M. Ori. You should start going with that. The inauguration, instead of the normal sort of inaugural ball that we see at these things, they did a massive like hybrid concert performance art thing from all over the United States with everybody taking part last night. Katy Perry closed out the show, and Katy Perry is also the reason that Return of the Jedi is trending this morning, because everybody said that when she sang Firework and they let off that firework display, it looked like the end of Return of the Jedi when they had defeated the Emperor on Endor.
Yeah.
or the
Spoiler
Empire.
alert for anybody who hasn't watched that.
Yeah, thank you. So Katy Perry, I love this song. This song is so appropriate for like anything, right?
Yeah.
It's just the most appropriate song anytime.
I think this is my all-time favorite Katy Perry song.
I fully agree with you on that. A lot for me to be impressed with the fireworks display as a firework connoisseur.
True say.
I don't necessarily like watching fireworks, but I love setting fireworks off.
Yeah.
And it almost looked CG last
With the
night.
amount, yeah.
With just, because it was just so, it was perfect. It was really, really beautiful. Joe Biden currently only following on the POTUS account. The last time I checked was 12 people. Because they do a reset, right?
Yeah. Oh, I read if you were following the POTUS account before, once they transfer it over to Biden, you have to go now and, I guess, refollow because they just do a hard reset on everything.
So right now, the POTUS account is sitting at 4.9 million followers. He is following 12. And the only celebrity he's following, so everybody else is sort of like people who work in his administration and family and whatever else. So the only celebrity that he's following is Chrissy Teigen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cooking ideas, I guess.
Yeah. And
wait, what about Barack Obama,
No.
number 44? That's your guy. That's your man's right there.
Hold on.
You're not following him?
Hold on. No.
What, that real nice, sweet picture?
No. Okay, here's
yesterday?
No. He's following the White House Communications Director, the White House Domestic Policy Advisor, the White House Deputy Chief of
You talk to them
Staff.
every day. That's a text message.
The
bro.
White House Chief of Staff, the White House Director of National Economic Council, La Casa Blanca. I guess that's the Spanish Twitter handle for the White House.
Okay.
He's following Kamala Harris's husband. He's following his own wife, and then he's following the White House account. And yes, Chrissy Teigen. No, he's not following Barack Obama.
If I was Barack, I'd be cheesed.
And when Chrissy Teigen found out, she just simply tweeted, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
So there you go. They're gonna build up that. They're gonna build up his roster.
I know.
No. Oh, Claire Crawley and Dale. So we know that they broke up, and according to news sources, Claire is just absolutely and completely devastated. And it was, in fact, Dale who dumped her. And the rumors are sort of all swirling around the same thing, which is he was not ready to commit. And he made promises that he really had no intention of keeping, kind of get caught up in the moment. She wants to live in, her mom has Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So she wants to stick around in Sacramento to help out her mom. Dale is come on, man, I'm a television star now. I got to go to New York and make this happen.
Yeah.
Right? Like his DMs are blowing up like crazy.
Of course they are.
Right?
I wonder if he's going to go live at that place in right in Manhattan that Matt James and Tyler that they share.
Oh, is that like, what is it, like a bachelor pad?
It's like they share like a penthouse suite or something.
No,
the
they
two of
don't.
them.
Really?
Yeah. And this place, it's like $1,800 a month to rent.
Yeah.
And these two guys,
That's reasonable.
who are living there, they're pretty much like the spokespeople. They're featured on a lot of pictures for the Instagram page for this place in Manhattan.
Okay. Really, huh?
Yeah, so I wonder if he's going to go.
No, he's got off. He didn't want to do this. It's not what he wanted to do. Anyway, they caught up with Dale in New York City after dumping Claire. Let's listen to a conversation with a paparazzo.
How you doing, man? How's everything, all right?
Everything's okay.
How are you feeling? Obviously, there's a lot going on right now. How are you feeling?
Obviously, it's not the greatest situation, but Claire and I have a lot of love for each other, and this is the healthiest thing for us right now.
Are you guys going to continue to be friends?
Yeah, Claire and I will be cool.
Yeah. Well, why did you guys break up? Was there a reason? Was there fighting?
Honestly, we've just got a lot going on in our lives right now. This is just the healthiest thing for both of us.
Do you have any regret from being on the show?
None whatsoever. I met Claire. That's why I went on the show.
Yeah. Well, okay. Would you consider going on Bachelors in Paradise? I feel like you're a great candidate for that.
Not there yet, man.
Not there? What about Bachelor? I feel like you'd be the next good Bachelor.
Not there yet, man.
DMs. How would you say the DMs are? Are they blowing up right now?
Not even looking at them.
Yeah, right. You're not looking.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right. What happened?
Liar.
The answer to the question of what happened is he should have just looked at that guy and went, man, if you had this face, these eyes, and this body, and then became famous, would you want to settle down?
Yeah. No. I got these new wings.
Right?
Let me fly, baby.
Exactly. Celebrating America was the big special last night in lieu of a inauguration ball. I actually kind of like this better. Tom Hanks hosting the evening. And he had this to say to the American people.
In the last few weeks, in the last few years, we've witnessed deep divisions and a troubling rancor in our land. But tonight, we ponder the United States of America, the practice of our democracy, the foundations of our republic, the integrity of our Constitution, the hope and dreams we all share for a more perfect union.
Right?
Nice.
Also performing last night. So Katy Perry closed the show, but have you seen the John Legend performance yet?
No.
Really great, man. Listen
But
to
I
this.
saw a lot of people talking about it, though.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, a new life for me. Ooh.
And did you see that The Simpsons started trending too? Because people are saying that they predicted another thing. You know, everybody says that The Simpsons are like Nostradamus, where they just predict the future. So 10 years ago, there was an episode where there was chaos in the States, and Tom Hanks was brought in to calm everybody down. And his line was, "Hello, I'm Tom Hanks. The U.S. government has lost its credibility, so it's borrowing some of mine."
Oh. I love it when people find old clips of The Simpsons and say that they predicted.
Yeah, man, it's super weird.
But it's weird though, right?
It's really weird, yeah.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
All right, here we go. Kara, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. This is the Ask Roz and Mocha section. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. What's your question?
So my question is, what is something that you do or consume that you know is bad for you, but you will never quit?
Oh, God, the list.
Before we get to our answers, Kara, what is your answer?
Well, when I was thinking about this question for myself, I realized I have an exceptionally long list as well. But I think the top three that I have, that the only thing that stopped me from doing these things was when I was pregnant, was consuming way too much caffeine,
Yeah.
wine,
Yeah.
and wearing high heels.
Same girl, same.
Yeah.
Is high heels bad for you?
Yeah, it's not good for you. High heels aren't good for
Yeah, I know, and I wear them all the time, and everybody tells me that, but I like the way they look way too much.
you. Who doesn't? I will say this. I wish I didn't, but I love fried food.
Yeah.
Right? Anything that
It's
comes
so
out
good.
of 370-degree oil to me, I will eat. Like, I just love fried food. I probably drink a little too much. And I also do, like, fairly dangerous yard work using machinery that can really do some damage in flip-flops exclusively.
Yes, I've seen that.
I only do flip-flops or bare feet when I'm doing yard work, and that's with the mower, with the string trimmer, with the cultivator, with shovels, with
But in that
with
moment,
everything.
don't you ever think about, like, what if, like, one wrong move and this device that I'm using, whichever out of the ones that you mentioned,
Right.
what if something ever goes wrong, this device ends up where my toes are?
No, because here's my thing is that if I'm wearing running shoes, it's not going to matter either.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I'm certainly not going to start wearing boots. Right. I'm not the guy that can pull off. Maybe I could.
What, boots and shorts?
Yeah.
I think you could.
You think
I'm
so?
already picturing it. I'm already
I think
picturing
it would have to be jean shorts, though, if I was going to do boots and shorts. No, I will never not do lawn work in flip-flops. I love the feeling of the grass just hitting my toes, and I love looking down at my feet when they get dirty, when I'm digging a hole, doing something, planting, whatever it is. That for me, and I know, because I'll post videos of myself doing lawn work in flip-flops, and people, like, come at me about how dangerous it is. And I've hurt myself before. I hit three of my toes 2 summers ago with a string trimmer, and I broke one toe and I lost 3 toenails.
Oh my God.
Off one foot. And
even still, then
they eventually grew back.
lesson not learned.
I did the rest of my weekend lawn work still wearing flip-flops.
Wow.
After doing that.
You rebel.
Yeah, and the only time I would ever cover up my foot is when I was in the house where Catherine could see me, because then she's going to yell at me for doing lawn work in flip-flops. So
What the hell are you doing, idiot?
I would hide it. I would hide it.
By the way, the
When
boots
Catherine
I'm
was
picturing
around.
you wearing are the beige boots with the black tip on them, exposed white socks,
okay,
light jean shorts, and
First of all,
exposed pockets underneath.
I'm just trying to picture something beige with a black tip. What are beige boots with a black tip?
Those construction boots that have the sort of like that metally front part to it.
Steel toe boots? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that.
No, I get steel toe running shoes, but I never wear them. I never wear
What, they
them.
make steel toe running shoes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just so you don't have to always wear boots. You can get steel toe running shoes. You have to wear them on job sites and stuff like that. Like when they were doing, like whenever you're doing a renovation and stuff, I just always leave by the front door. So when I go in and they give you like a hard hat and goggles and everything else. Yeah. Mocha, what about you?
Something that I eat or something that I do that I know is not good for me.
Yeah.
Kind of the same as you, Kara, which is, but I've been able to manage it, which was too much wine, too much caffeine. I've cut way back on my wine intake, and I've cut way back on my caffeine intake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much wine would you say when you made the decision to cut back on your wine intake? How much wine were you drinking?
Oh, we were drinking like a couple of glasses a night.
Couple glasses?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which means a bottle. Which means a bottle at least.
Single night. Oh my God. There were some nights Jen and I, like on a Monday, watching Bachelor,
Is that a
Bachelorette.
lot though? A couple glasses?
Yeah, depending on the type of wine. But yes, because we would go through like a bottle in an hour, right?
Yeah,
and then you see, watching a show like Bachelor or Bachelorette, it's 2 hours long. And after that first hour, you're like, oh, maybe we'll have another glass and crack open another bottle. Right. And then it was out one day when I was doing the recycling.
Yeah.
And I noticed our bin was pretty much all wine bottles.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, both Jen and I were like, okay, this is ridiculous. We got to cut back.
Right.
So
when I take the recycling out, it sounds like I just got married where I'm driving one of those cars with all the cans behind it. Like, it's only cans.
Right? What's your answer?
Okay, this all started since the pandemic, but every day when I go home now, I have an egg and mayonnaise sandwich.
Oh, God. I don't think those go together. Do they go together, egg and mayo?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, how do you prepare the egg?
So I toast the bread, and then I have a squeeze bottle of mayonnaise, and I put a chunk on either side of mayonnaise.
But you literally just described two things you did, not one of which were the question Mocha asked.
What did you say? I heard, how do you prepare the sandwich?
No.
How do you prepare the egg?
Oh, on Sundays, I hard boil 5 eggs, and every day I have an egg.
You just said every single day when you get home.
Yes.
This is what you have. And I
So-
said, how do you prepare the egg? Then you describe the mayo and the bread, and then you describe how you prepare the egg on a Sunday.
No, because I have a bowl of hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, and every day they're
So
already
you-
done.
You boil them all on Sunday.
All on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I have this machine that cuts the egg into thinly slices.
Yeah.
Right? And so then I evenly distribute them on the slices of bread and just
An
douse
egg
them
salad
in mayonnaise.
sandwich.
It's like basically an egg salad sandwich, right?
Yeah,
Like
I guess,
It's
yeah.
hard-boiled egg and mayo.
Yeah.
Right?
And I am obsessed at night.
So, but why is that bad for you? It's just mayo.
I assume it's bad, right? Egg
Why?
and mayo?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
You're fine with that.
Oh, okay.
What else do you do?
Oh, and at nighttime I devour a pint of Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia because I love hunting for cherries.
Right. I'll tell you this. I think that we're stuck on food, but I think we can expand this because the question was, what is something you do or eat that you know is not good for you, but you will never quit? And I would say Maury in that category, maybe not so much the egg salad sandwich, but you are obsessed with other people's lives on social media.
Oh, that's true.
And if we told you,
how's that not good for you?
It's not good for you. It's not good for you to be that obsessive about people and always checking in on people that never
And when
check in
Mocha
on
was talking
you.
about wine, I was biting my tongue. I was going to say they had a bottle of wine last night at 5:00 because Jenna posted on Instagram going, "It's
what?
5:00 too early to have wine."
So what?
No, I know, but I didn't say it.
Why? Yeah, because this is why. Yeah, because you're stalking.
Right, but I didn't say it.
Yeah, you didn't say it.
Well, what's the problem with that?
No, there isn't.
But what's the problem with 5?
No, there isn't. I'm just saying because she said, I'm just saying like the stalking on Instagram.
Yeah,
thing.
see, that's your problem. That is the thing that you do that's unhealthy. That's the thing that you do that's unhealthy. I don't think, and literally, I mean, just even from what you tell me that you eat and the way that you and Matthew cook, I don't even think that you eat all that unhealthy anymore. I think you eat way better than you used to.
Then how have I gained so much weight since COVID began?
Because you're getting older, man. That's
and
what
also
happens.
Cherry Garcia every single
Yeah.
night.
Dude, those cherries they put in there.
Maury used to Mocha when we had offices here we were working on a different floor doing this show, and Maury had a little tiny closet that was his office, and it was soundproof and it was dark and it was disgusting. And
true.
Yeah. And Maury would go to McDonald's after the show, and you would buy what?
I would get a Big Mac.
Yeah.
2 medium fries.
Yeah.
A box of 10 McNuggets.
Yeah.
And a McChicken.
And he would bring all of that back to the office and just like cruise grinder or whatever you were doing in there.
I was building the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
How about that time I walked into your office and caught you?
Yeah, you're
and
building.
I have that picture somewhere.
Oh, I was just going to say photo where it didn't happen.
No, I have a photo of Maury cruising on Grindr.
Yeah, you were building bellies and boners. You weren't building the show.
Oh my God, that's my new handle.
All right, there's a lot of things growing in that room. The show was not one of them.
I was going to say too, more maybe one of the things that you do that's not good for you is like all of your flirting with, people on social media.
No, that's healthy. Mental stimulation.
No, it's called no. It's what is it called? Micro cheating.
Micro-cheating,
It's
yeah.
micro cheating.
Micro-cheating,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
You micro-cheat so much.
Yeah. So and
Hey,
like
my question for you, Damon Maury. Sorry to interrupt, Roz.
No,
Do you
please.
have notifications turned on for majority of the people that you follow or the
No.
people that you interact with?
No, none.
Like pretty much every day? Because sometimes I'll post something on IG and almost immediately Maury will send a text to be like, something, make a comment about that thing that I texted or about that thing that I posted.
Yes.
No, I don't have I'm just on it all the time. I have no notifications.
Right.
Because the last thing you want is your phone to be sitting on the counter and it dinging with like random things.
Random messages from other men, you mean?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question, Kara. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye, you too.
Yeah, my phone's never locked at home.
Never?
Never.
No, but it automatically turns locks.
No, it doesn't.
It just stays like this?
Yeah.
Oh, because
I
mine
turned
just
that
goes
feature
dark
off.
after like a minute.
No, I turned that feature off.
Why?
Didn't want it.
Oh.
It's a pain in the ass.
But it drains your battery so much quicker.
Whatever. Plug it in.
Okay. Ash T. Smith says here, what is one thing your significant other does that you could never live without?
Oh, interesting.
That you could never live without.
Oh, my God. One thing? There's a million things.
Dan Maury, let's start with you.
Like, I know that I honestly speaking, like, I know that Matthew and I grind each other's gears, but, like, I could never live without Matthew and him doing things like cooking dinner or...
Yeah. Or cleaning the
This
condo.
started so well.
Or doing the laundry.
But I honestly
Or-
love when he tucks me in at night. Like, I could never now not live without that.
What do you mean tucks you in? Like, what is that?
Like when I go lie down, because then I'll read for a while and he'll
Okay.
continue watching TV, but he'll come in. Like he'll actually get up off the couch, come in and fix the covers over me. And since we got a dog, he will lift Andy and say, I'm going to get emotional. He'll lift Andy and say, okay, kiss Maury goodnight, you know? And it's just like, it's so cute.
Okay, so he tucks you in.
Yeah.
Right? And look at you. You're crying right now.
Because it's like it's like it's so sweet, and now I'm picturing him. I'm sorry, I'm picturing when he dies. What am I supposed to do?
Who, Matthew or the dog?
Matthew.
You know Matthew's going to live longer than a
I know,
dog,
but
right?
What am I supposed to do when he's dead?
What if you die before Matthew?
Well,
Which
then I'm okay.
chances are
Jesus, man.
pretty much going to happen.
Please don't die. Because who's going to tuck me?
So is that what you do? You just sit there. So like Matthew will come and tuck you in, and then he leaves the room, and you're like, God, who's going to do that when you die?
It's what I thought about last night. I'm like, please don't die.
Oh, jeez.
Roz.
Okay.
Is there anything that Catherine does that you could never live without?
I think that you guys should go to bed at the same time more. I think that your love life and your sex life and everything else, I think that even if Matthew just went in and lied down with you for a half hour while you fell asleep, I think that connection is really, really key because you guys you don't really fall asleep together, do you?
We used to do that. I used to not be able to fall asleep unless he was next to me.
Yeah.
But ever since him working from home and I don't know what, but he's wanted to stay up later, and he'll stay up to like 1 o'clock in the morning watching TV or, you know, looking at furniture on the internet.
Right. Interesting. Having alone time is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's what it is. Do you and Jenna go to bed at the same time?
So the one thing that I love about Jenna, and she is so sweet, is that even though she doesn't want to go to bed at the same time that I do, because I'm pretty much in bed between 8 and 8:30, right?
Yeah, it's early.
She will crawl into the bed and she will lay there with me while I fall asleep.
Yeah.
And she'll be on her phone though, right? But she just like wants to, we still have that connection.
Right.
It's
You
very
have to.
rare that she will stay on the couch in the family room watching TV and I go upstairs to bed. I mean, it happened last night, right? She was watching something and I didn't want to bother her. So I was like, I'm just going to go to bed because I'm super tired. She was like, cool, no problem. I'll be up soon. I never hear or feel the bed like when she comes into the bedroom. It could have been an hour later. It could have been 5 minutes later, but I
Right.
fall asleep right away. So one of the things I absolutely love is that she will still lay in the bed with me, even though she'll be on her phone or doing whatever. And I fall asleep.
Right. Yeah, no, I think it's important. I really do. I mean, I go to bed much later than you. And Catherine and I, we go to bed the same time every night. Like it is so rare that one of us will stay up when the other one goes to bed. Sometimes on the weekends, I will, like if I'm really feeling that I sacrifice so much of my life for the week, where I just feel like I need to just not like abide by rules. And if Catherine's like, God, it's so late, it's like 11:30, she's like, let's go to bed. And then every now and then, if it's around 11 or 11:30, I'm like, no, I'm forcing myself to stay up. I'm going to watch something awful and violent, and I'm going to reheat something, and I'm going to eat way too late, and Oprah would be mad at me, and all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I got to do it. I have to do it just for my own sanity.
Just
and
to break that weekly routine.
And then I fall asleep on the couch 20 minutes later, and then I go back down to bed.
Yeah.
Right? But I just have to break that routine. So I think that with Catherine, I think that geez, man, there's everything she does is I would be lost without. Like there's not one thing that she does that annoys me, and it's not like the way that she handles the house or whatever, because I do the majority of the cooking, and she, I would say that she's just the one that reminds me about little things where I blow over things, and it's a much easier life to live when things don't matter. And something as simple as remembering an anniversary or whatever it is, or something good happens in a day, where she's like, we should celebrate. And I'm like, celebrate what? And she's like, we celebrate things like this. And I'm like, okay, we do. I guess we do. And then she'll order like cheesecake for herself, and Roxy will get ice cream, and she'll get something for me, right? Like she's always like, she's the one that makes note of the things that are important, even though they're not life-changing, right?
Yeah.
She understands the importance of like winning a day and celebrating the things that make everything worth it. And that's what I would miss, because I don't think I would do any of that if she wasn't in my life.
I like that. I think I need that.
Yeah?
I
You
really
need
like
a lot
that.
more, brother. I would say I try my best to be as organized as I can. And I utilize my phone like crazy. Notes, reminder app. I use my calendar like crazy.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing, is that Jenna is way more organized than I am.
Right.
And has her together like so much.
Yeah.
Not just for herself, but for the family, for the household,
Yeah.
to keep things moving on a day to day. And then, much like you said, Roz, like the little things. Sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that one something.
Yeah.
Right? Or to take care of that one something. She's always on top of it.
Yeah.
And for sure, I'd be. I could never live without that.
No, like even
in my life.
just going by. Catherine showed me one of Jenna's Instagram posts the other night, right? And even something like this, because I don't know what you're doing or what kind of life you live, but Jenna was selling your dining chairs, and you had 10 of them.
Yeah.
First of all, that's too many. Okay, you should never want 10 people in your house.
No, that's between
Okay.
the reason why we have 10 chairs
Right.
is because it's 10 people when we were allowed to have people over.
Yeah.
Between my family, like my parents and my sisters.
Right.
And Jenna's mom, sister, my brother-in-law.
Right.
And now with Cruz.
Right.
So it's exactly 10 people.
That's too many people. But so Jenna she posted on Instagram that she was selling pictures, right?
Yeah.
And she was selling chairs. And I guess she sold them.
She did.
In
Like,
a second.
Immediately.
So here's the thing, is that if we were in that same situation where Catherine was like, we got these chairs, we should probably try and sell them. I'd be like, yeah, maybe we should probably try and sell them. And if she was like, okay, can you just like post it and see what I would never do it.
I
Like
know.
I just never would. Where somebody like Jenna will do it that day and they'll be sold, 3 hours later and out of your life by that evening, right?
Completely.
I just would never do it. They would sit in the hallway stacked up.
Same.
For a year, because I'm like, God, who wants to go through the process of selling these things?
Well,
it's
know
going to
how
be a
much
huge pain in the
stuff
ass.
We have, and we've talked about this in the past, right? She's like, we should probably sell this. Like, should we put it like on Facebook Marketplace, or should we put it on IG or whatever? And I'm like, no, because I don't have to work out logistics. Because for sure, I don't want anyone showing up at my house, right?
No.
And then I don't want to have to then I got to be the person to put everything in the car.
Yeah.
And drive it.
It becomes
and-
your problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Right?
I know.
I just sell my stuff to the neighbors across the hall every time we want to get rid of something.
And they buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Interesting.
got rid of
Like what?
we got rid of tall CD cupboard thingies from IKEA. And I was like, I knocked on their door. This is before COVID. I'm like, do you want 3 CD racks? Yep. And then the guy next to them, I'm like, do you want these 2 chairs?
God,
Yep.
do you remember when CD racks were like art in your house? They were like furniture. Like you could buy these really ornate CD racks that you would like screw to the wall.
Yeah.
And
Or it
stuff,
looked like
and it
a
would just
wave.
carry. It would look like a wave, and those things are ugly. CDs were. I never wanted to
We
display
still have
CDs.
3 racks.
You do.
Do you still?
Well, because Matthew's not going to get rid of the Mariah Carey. I'm not going to get rid of the Madonna.
Right.
So 2 CDs.
All right.
B asks, what would be the worst wish to ask from a genie?
Oh,
Tell me how I'm
God.
going to die.
You wish to know how you're going to die?
Yeah. Some people might want to know that. That's a terrible wish, though.
Yeah, that's what
I
it
wouldn't wanna
says. Worst wish.
Yeah,
that's a bad
I wouldn't
wish.
want to waste a wish on that.
Well, that's what I'm answering the question. What's the worst wish?
Maury's
I
answering the
guess,
question.
yeah.
Like, what's the worst thing you could do? Like, what's the worst thing you could wish for? Something even that would be like, I don't even like worded wrong, or like it just wouldn't come out right, or like when somebody says they want to be famous, right? I wish I could be famous, and then the genie's like, okay, cool, and then you become famous, but you become famous because you stole $2 million from pensioners. You know what I mean, right? Like,
you didn't
specify.
And now you're in prison.
Yes, you didn't specify how. Like, there's the idea of genies for me. I used to think about this a lot when I was a kid. Coming up with the most perfectly precise way to form one question or one wish that was foolproof, that where the genie couldn't mess with you.
Like, I wish for unlimited money.
Right. But what if I gave you unlimited money in funds that translated to very little in Canadian dollars, and it would cost
then if you have
a
to,
fortune?
I wish I had unlimited Canadian money.
But what does that mean, unlimited Canadian money?
Like, anytime I go to the ATM, there's always going to be money available.
Okay,
no
so,
matter how
so,
much
so,
I
this,
want.
so this is how you have to form the wish, right? So if you wanted unlimited money, right, what would be the way to say it where the genie couldn't mess with you?
Because you could say unlimited money and you go to the bank machine every single day and all you get, like, let's say for the rest of your life, the money that you get is only in fives or only in toonies.
No, so say your question again. Rephrase that question.
Okay, Genie, I wish I had unlimited Canadian money.
Sure, you do have unlimited Canadian money, but you need access to it.
So you have to say, okay, Genie, I wish that anytime I went to the ATM and wanted to withdraw $100 in Canadian money, it will be there.
Okay, cool. Your wish is granted. But here's the thing. You're going to be in jail in a week because every time you go to an ATM, you're going to be withdrawing money out of somebody else's account.
Okay, Genie, I wish that...
I know. Them genies
You know
are
what I
such
mean?
jerks,
Them genies are such jerks.
Like, you could say, Genie, I wish I were taller, right?
Yes.
And instantly the genie will make you taller, but let's say your legs are the same size they are right now.
Yes.
But from the hip...
Huge body.
Right? Your torso is
All
just
torso.
massive.
Yes, right.
Right? The
yes.
friggin' genies.
Huge penis, it's on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
you have to be specific.
You have to be incredibly and I used to obsess about genie wishes because I thought genies were real. Like, I thought if there was ever the time where I would come up with a genie lamp, I needed to be ready. Like, this couldn't be something that you could think about.
Like,
so you
I
had
actually
to
wanted to say,
be specific.
Genie, I wish that I looked flawless.
But then to the genie, like, what does flawless look like?
Like, if I wish I had...
So you know what would happen is, like,
specific.
your scars would disappear.
Yeah.
That would be...
Oh, so
that
you'd
would
be
be
like,
it.
I wish that I had abs.
Yeah, sure, but then you're still going to have a fat ass and saggy titties, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Genies.
Yeah, genies, like they mess with you, right?
And they do it for fun too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Idiots.
Or you wish for abs, and then you wake up and you get abs, and then that afternoon you start losing your hair.
Okay, what if you said...
You know what I mean, right?
Can you say, Genie, I wish that I never died?
But you aren't dead.
Or I wish that I will never die.
But then what happens if down the road, like,
Oh, no.
I don't know.
You're going to get all the disease. So the genie you'd still get old. You'd still get all the, if there's diseases.
Yeah,
or
you
anything.
could get ALS and then just live in that state for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Where no matter how hard they tried to kill you, they couldn't. Like, you would be a puddle in a dish at some point when you'd still have a pulse. Like, that's never dying, right?
Or you commit some sort of crime, they sentence you to life in prison, and you're literally in prison for life.
Yes.
Forever.
Right?
Yes.
Never dying.
Yeah, like I think the only way the grand wishes with genies, sort of never work. I think that the only way to sort of get the wish from a genie where they can't mess with you is if you had said something along the lines of like I wish that I owned a Shelby Cobra 19 whatever in perfect working condition, right? I wish I owned it. It's my car. It's in working condition. Nobody's going to take it away from me. It's not stolen. It's then at that point, it's just my job to upkeep and find a garage for it to keep it in, right? Mm-hmm. Something like that. But once you start getting into money or health or all of these other things, it makes me so... There's always a trick.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
I wish that my husband will trust me forever.
Sure. But are you using that only so you can then have an affair on him and he will never question it?
No, it's just like I could, like, no matter what, I could do no wrong.
It's interesting to me that when it comes to trust in your relationship, you would have to go to a genie in order to get your husband to trust you. Like, what have you done where your only hope now at this point is a genie wish to get your husband to trust you?
Okay. Real talk, Dan Moore. Yeah. What's the last thing you did? And be honest, the last thing you did that you think would have violated Matthew's trust in you?
Oh, it's just looking like the Instagram accounts that I look at. Like, I haven't done anything. No, that's not true. He doesn't know about the parking ticket I got.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's tough.
I carry it around in my pocket everywhere until it's paid for.
You don't put it down anywhere?
No, it's in my pocket right now.
Wow, you're like you might as well keister it. You're like a guy. You're like a guy with a cell phone going into the joint. And also, he would never find it there. By the way,
facts.
We all know that. That's probably the safest place.
Jennifer has a question here that says, will any of you try Fabian's Roz and Mocha weed?
No
Fabian,
is the
who's been
answer.
on the Roz and Mocha show forever, recently has said that he's growing a strain of weed that he's named after us. He has two plants, a Roz plant and a Mocha plant, and he was able to get seeds from both, and he's now creating the Roz and Mocha weed. And
Can I ask a question?
Jennifer wants to know if we're going to try it.
This has your name on it and stuff. If he's going to go out and make money on this, you haven't really, like, what's in it for you?
Well, we'll see how big it gets.
That's what she said.
No, am I going to try it? No, I do not do well with weed in any way, whether it's eating it or smoking it. I've done it a few times in my life, and I've become violently ill, and don't know what it is. I have no idea, but no, I will not be
I
trying.
wonder if you could turn the Roz and Mocha weed, honest question, if you can turn the Roz and Mocha weed into CBD oil, which is, there's no TH, whatever is in it, and then that then becomes healthy for as far as arthritis and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then it can be used for good.
Well, I mean, weed, sure.
For good.
Yeah.
Like saving the world and stuff?
Yeah. No, I know that it's interesting with CBD oil because Catherine has
Like my dad swears by it now because of his shoulders. Like he read
I know.
about it and he rubs it on his shoulders or his knees and it works.
Yeah, I know lots of people that take CBD. Like a ton of people, and it's like it's a miracle. It helps them out so much. No, I don't know. I don't know the process. I don't know enough about weed to know, can weed become CBD oil? Like, I don't know what the process in all of that is.
Next time he calls in, I want to ask that.
Yeah, you should. So I don't know. Mocha, are you going to try it?
I might.
Catherine might.
I might try it like on a Friday night.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then that way, if it messes me up, I still got Saturday to
Right.
have it all out of my system.
Maury?
If he turned it into like a cookie or something, absolutely.
Yeah, but you won't smoke it.
Well, no, because the last time I tried to bring weed home, Matthew was so worried about police showing up.
Right.
I know it's legal now, but he's just worried someone's going to find out.
Right.
But if it's a cookie,
yeah, maybe loosen you up a little bit, get rid of some of those inhibitions.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Although you have no idea what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think that I maybe he could. I don't. And again, I don't know the process of taking weed and making it into a cookie either. So if Fabian's able to do that with the Roz and Mocha weed, then I'm sure we could get you a cookie or a Rice Krispie
Now, is it Roz and
square.
Mocha weed or is it the
I
Roz
have no
plant
idea.
and the Mocha plant?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll end on this question from Leah. I know Roz and Mocha don't hang out off the radio, off the air, but fast forward 20 years. Do you think you guys will hang out together when the show is done and over?
Oof.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'm sure we'll still text and stuff.
Yeah, we will. I will. I will say this. Will we make a point to still like see each other every now and then? Yes,
Absolutely.
Because Catherine would never allow that to happen.
For sure.
And
Same with Jenna.
Yeah, she just would never allow that to happen. She would just schedule the whole thing and say that, Jenna and Mocha and the kid are coming over at some point. I'd be like, okay. although Cruz would be 25 years old at that point, which would be weird. So I think that there's no way that Catherine would never sort of allow that to happen. But it would be, I think what would be weird is if we no longer did this show, but then started hanging out more than we naturally would now. And our natural hangouts now are very sparse. They're very few and far between.
Yeah.
So I think that it would probably wind up being the same. Like we would maybe, realistically, it would be like a once a year thing in the summer.
But we'd still check in and know what's happening in each other's lives, through texting and stuff.
Yeah, but would we start hanging out? No, I don't think so. Maury?
I was just waiting for you to sort of see if I was going to come over or not.
Oh,
I was waiting for like that mention.
How many times have you been over?
Yeah.
To his place now?
Oh, for like actually inside?
Yeah.
Like I've been outside.
No. Okay, let me rephrase the question. How many times have you been to my place on invite?
Once.
Okay. What was that one time? What did I invite you over for?
It was oh my God, I was so shy. It was when I first started and you made me mac and cheese.
I made you mac and cheese.
Yeah, and it had like breadcrumbs on top. It was like in a ramekin. You don't even remember?
No. But what did I invited you? I invited you over?
Yeah.
To my house?
Yes.
To eat
mac and cheese.
That doesn't sound like something you would do.
Hell no.
Yeah. I can describe the whole kitchen.
I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
So wait a second. You came to my house and I made you food?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
And you hung out?
Well, after I ate, it was like I left. Like I came in specifically to try your mac and cheese, and then it was done.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, here, taste this for a sec. Do you think it needs anything? Do I gotta add anything? Like that?
Like I'm a mac and cheese call girl? Like you just like you came over, had a little bit. I looked at the clock and I was like, all right, let's
Do you know what's weird? I think
leave the
you
money on the
actually just
dresser.
left-
I'll talk to you soon.
In my mind, I think you left the kitchen and I was alone and then just left on my own will.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that actually happened. I don't know if you came to my house and ate.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
It sounds like a weird,
That's weird.
like a weird fantasy Maury had once.
The ramekin was white.
What are you talking about? The ramekin, like the dish?
The dish was white.
Yeah.
See, how would I know that?
But so what happened? Like I said, hey, I'm making mac and cheese. Why don't you come over?
I think you described your mac and cheese and you're like, tell you what, the next time I make it, you'll come over. And then I remember you saying, okay, I'm making mac and cheese. I came over and then I sat there.
Wait, did you go over uninvited?
No. Roz invited. I sat there. He put it in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't think we spoke.
Right. Just like a call girl. Everything right now is a call girl experience, by the way.
I ate the mac and cheese and then left.
Okay. So.
You didn't say anything?
There was no talking.
Okay, so.
I think I said, ooh, this is really good.
Okay, so you.
I don't believe the story.
I don't believe the story either. Because here's my thing. Is I think Maury may have me confused with something else from his past. Because listen what he says, okay? I came over. I sat down. There was no talking. You put it out in front of me. I put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
And then I got up and I left.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
You know what?
That's not me giving you that's not a mac and cheese story. I think you have like a revisionist history of an experience you had with a prostitute.
No. You know what happened? I think those things
Yes.
that you just described happened. But to mask it in his mind, Maury created he came over to your place.
That's what I'm saying. This is a story he has of a prostitute. Not coming to my house for mac and cheese.
No, I remember the taste.
At Kiss 925 is where you will find Ask Roz and Mocha. Just ask your questions and we'll try to answer as many as
How
we
did
can.
it taste?
Oh, it was big.
This has been the Roz.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.